tonight. Me and all these dinosaurs are blazing blunts tonight. We blazing blunts tonight. We blazing blunts tonight. Me and all these dinosaurs is on a hunt tonight. I'll only spit this one time, so let me take it slow. I started to get high about an hour ago, but then the buzzer rang and I looked out the peephole. It was a whole bunch of raptors and they just won't go. I stepped back and the knocks I just tried to ignore. Thought I was safe, but they knew how to open doors, and without even asking they just came on in. They started smoking my weed and then they called their friends. I'll smoke a joint tonight. I'll smoke a joint tonight. Me and all these dinosaurs are rolling bones tonight. We rolling bones tonight. We rolling bones tonight. Me and all these dinosaurs is getting stoned tonight. I'll smoke a spliff tonight. I'll smoke a spliff tonight. Me and these dinosaurs is getting friggin' ripped tonight. We getting faced tonight. We getting faced tonight. And all these dinosaurs is crashing at my place tonight. And Allosaurus in the corner trying to pack the bomb. Hot boxing in the John with a pterodon. And now a compy and a stego starting to get it on. But I can barely move because this weed's the bomb. Ankylosaurus making s'mores and eating Lucky Charms. Pterodactyl took my whole bag of pepperidge farms. T-Rex just went and set off the fire alarm. And now we can't get it out because he's got little arms. I'll smoke a joint tonight. I'll smoke a joint tonight. Me and all these dinosaurs are rolling bones tonight. We rolling bones tonight. We rolling bones tonight. Me and all these dinosaurs is getting stoned tonight. Now my neighbor's on the phone and says she called the cops, and this really freaked out the Triceratops. He's trying to climb out the window and we're yelling stop, cause I'm on the 5th floor and it's a heck of a drop. We heard a knock and then the cops said they wanted in. Then the Saurolophus tried to go and talk to them, but he made things worse cause he reeked of weed and gin. But luckily the Dilophosaurus quickly jumped on in. They said we were too loud and that folks were in bed. The life told the cops that we would be quiet instead. Then they shined a light and asked why his eyes were red. We were busted, so that's when he bit off their heads. I'll smoke a joint tonight. I'll smoke a joint tonight. Me and all these dinosaurs are rolling bones tonight. We rolling bones tonight. We rolling bones tonight. Me and all these dinosaurs is getting stoned tonight. I'll smoke a spliff tonight. I'll smoke a spliff tonight. Me and these dinosaurs is getting friggin' ripped tonight. We getting faced tonight. We getting faced tonight. And all these dinosaurs is crashing at my place tonight. Yeah! First rap song about getting high with dinosaurs. You're welcome, internet.
Okay, cool. I stopped it. YouTube once again tried to immediately play other songs from a playlist it created when I opened up a song. Great feature, YouTube. At least it's all other Trevor Morse stuff, so it's not like unrelated. It's gotten better, but no. When I want to play one song, I want a playlist going. That's exactly what I want. Thanks, YouTube. Anyways, how's it going, guys? How's it going? Sorry for not streaming yesterday. I was a bit busy and didn't really feel like it. And I've also been planning this stream out for like a week or two with some friends, and I felt like it would make up for it. We look at a lot of crazy people on my channel, like the weird diaper fur people or people who think they're animals. And that one time we spent the whole several hours looking at, schizos who were misinterpreting the Bible, just general fun, wacky stuff. And, well, today I figured let's take a crack at alternate history, pseudoscience shit. It's been something I've been really interested in for years. I've fallen down the rabbit hole before myself in believing some of this nonsense, and thankfully I was smart enough to get out. But the fact that there's so many channels, sorry, I'm packing a pack of smokes here. Sorry, the fact that there's so many goddamn channels on YouTube perpetuating this nonsense, where it's like, yeah, we definitely lived alongside dinosaurs, and the earth is hollow, and like, oh, did you know you're part banana? It's insane, and it's fun to laugh at, but I'm also not the smartest guy in the room. I'm kind of a dull clown. So I got a couple buddies. One loves paleontology, one an archaeologist. Both have experience, both are pretty well learned, and that way I'm not just sitting here looking like an idiot when I call out these guys on their nonsense. Let me get them into the call here. All right. Hey, what's up, guys?
And low.
Oh, one sec. Let me turn you down. I have you guys like maxed out on OBS. Give me a sec.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Hey, bear with me. I'm turning down this really fast. All right. You should. Let me just. Okay. Wait. Okay. You should be good now.
Okay. And low.
All right.
Hello, everybody.
If you want to introduce yourself, now is the time. I didn't really introduce you. I just had some buddies.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
well,
fair.
you go ahead, Bone Boy. Bone Boy 1, I'm Bone Boy 2.
All right. Hey, folks, I'm Glorin. I'm not really like a YouTuber trying to get into that, but main thing is I have a lot of opinions about dinosaurs. I'm studying a lot. I've done some work at the Museum of Natural History in New York, some stuff at the town gardens and zoos. I'd say that I know my shit decently when it comes to animals.
Very nice. And Logan, if you want to give a
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm Logan. I am a archaeologist by trade. I have a master's degree in archaeology. I studied in the UK. I did a lot of excavations, both commercially and then research digs as well. Kind of focusing on like the Bronze Age, early Iron Age, that area. A lot of stuff of the Roman stuff I've done. But basically, just general history knowledge is my thing. And now today, I work in museum education. But I used to be a field archaeologist, so I kind of understand how the basics of how things are actually dug up, which I think these people that we might be mentioning really just do not understand fundamentals of how things are even really discovered, and they just doubt things. So hopefully, I can give a little bit of context to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen for you guys here so that you can see what I'm looking at.
Whoa!
Yeah. So.
How fancy!
All right. Well, we're not going to be.
Here we go, baby.
Oh god!
We're not going to be cracking out the. Why is it formatted like this? We're not.
I don't know.
We're not going to be immediately going into videos. When you showed me this website, Glarn, I was. I was very interested with it, so I want to look at this first. Ancient patriarchs, trusting the patriarch's own accounts for what really happened. And
by the way, by patriarchs, he means fucking Zeus.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like this. A couple of these posts, he talks about how like every single god mythological hero was real, and actually think that the elites are covering up, but somehow that's also God's the thing.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on his website. I had a little click around, a lot of it about mythology and weird Taoism and all kinds of strange like stuff. I mean, there's stuff that I know a lot about conspiracies. I can see just in the top pages stuff about Nephilim. There's obviously a really common schizo conspiracy theorist thing to fall into is giants. I don't know why. Just these people are obsessed with giants, and you'll see that in literally almost every single one of them. Yeah. Even if they have a fringe theory about something completely different, they'll bring giants in somehow. I don't know how or why, but they will.
Yeah, they love them some giants.
I have noticed that giants are always involved. It's either giants or they bring up the lizard people with the golden penises. One or the other.
Oh yeah, no, we love some good lizard people.
Yeah, all my homies love the lizard people.
All right, what article should we look at first? Should we go over the top posts and pages, or some of the ones that you suggested?
I think go what Glenn suggested because he's probably pre-read it and got something to say about it. So I'm just going in pretty blind. I had to click around this guy's website, but I haven't like stalked it and researched it. But it seems pretty fucking funny.
We'll take a look at the docket, and if we can't help ourselves, we'll look at some more articles. So this first one, it's called "Live Dragons: Photos, Videos, and Reports of Living Dragons," and he's got a few videos linked here, and then all caps screaming, Mongolia, Kansas lake monster.
You're coming in a bit loud.
Oh, my bad. I moved my mic so I had room for my hand.
It's not Kansas, it's Canas.
Canas. Oh, sorry.
Canas. I think Canas Lake, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I've noticed he's talking about Qilin dragons. They're not dragons really. They're more of like a deer.
Unicorn.
Yeah.
Or a deer, yeah, they're their own legendary creature. But to be fair, he just says whatever they are, so he also has no clue what a Chilean is.
So a lot of these look like he's linking. Okay, now we get to the actual article because he's linking
Oh,
a
I've
bunch of
seen some of these
YouTube.
photos before.
Yeah, I don't really want to look at the YouTube videos just yet. I want to read what he has to say.
They do look like good schizo videos, though, don't they?
Yeah, they do. We can definitely come back up to this part.
Yeah.
But
I won't lie to you. When I was a little kid, first getting on the internet, I ate up those videos like that.
oh, me too. I'm going to
Like,
zoom this in. There we go. Easier to read. But yeah, no, when I first got exposed to the internet, I found like cryptozoology forums, and I just bit it hook, line, and sinker. All of it hook, line, and sinker. I was like, every single thing that could be an alien or a crypto, I fully believed. I was also like 8, you know, so
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
the thing is, forums were so powerful back in the day, weren't they? They were like, you could just read it and you'd just believe it because you didn't have good like Wikipedia sources or anything that you could check.
oh yeah, there were
Just-
entire
it's on the
wiki
internet. It must be
articles that just were filled with, looking back at it,
I mean, the funny thing is-
nonsense, you know.
Funny thing is, like, I do actually talk to like quite a few cryptozoology people. Even they talk about like, yeah, a lot of the cryptos, especially like nowadays, how a cryptid kind of become synonymous for scary monster. It's just it's a fucking mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I don't know why cryptids like seems to have taken over the whole terminology of mythological beast
People like
as
new
well.
words.
Yeah,
Part
like
that's
something
also
like the Wendigo is, they now would call it cryptid. But,
I mean,
it's a folk tale.
to be fair, a lot of
God,
that.
I'm just remembering. Speaking of forums, I should have gotten the guy who thinks that Yahweh away from the Bible is a Spinosaurus who should be allowed to devour people.
Oh my god.
I mean, that seems pretty good. That's like a nice overlap with the furry community as
But
well.
to counter what you have
No,
to say,
legitimately,
though,
the guy wrote Shrek porn. The guy wrote Shrek vor porn.
oh god,
Oh, nice.
yeah. It's thankfully this is not one of those streams. But to counter what you said there about sort of a recent phenomenon. That's not necessarily true. I remember the forums back in the day. Wendigo was on there. Mythological creatures were on there. They've always been part of cryptozoology.
Yeah.
In
It also doesn't help the cryptid doesn't really have much of a definition. Because on one hand, like big hairy Bigfoot is one of them. On the other hand, you have like the Jersey Devil.
oh,
It's very much it's more of like a category, not a category or like a vibe-based category, not like a solid thing.
all right. Well, before we get too distracted,
Yes,
let's look at this article. May they be restored to their proper ancient fearful respectability. Live dragons, living dragons, archaeology, historical accounts, graphics, photos, encounters, sightings. Oh, make it viral. If the anti-God New World Order can't deceive millions with 9/11 in plain sight, what's 9/11 have to do with this?
Look, it's all connected. It's all connected. Look, if you draw a line between...
Going back to what we said earlier, like Ripwitch typing in chat, it's because blaming the kind of Secret Saturdays. Personally, I'd also blame Lost Tapes, but sorry.
Yeah.
Like Lost. Yeah.
Yeah, 9/11. I always have to tie it back into something that everyone knows. That's the thing, is it's like a sort of rabbit hole, isn't it? These conspiracy theories. They're really good at like you start believing one of them, and then they sort of all link together and kind of contradict, but it doesn't matter because your brain's all mushy by that point.
Here are the recently discovered remains of a marine dinosaur or sea dragon found at Sakhalin Beach. Alex Jones, wrote, this creature was found by Russian soldiers.
Can you do the voice? Can you do the Alex Jones voice in this?
These creatures were found by Russian soldiers on Sakhalin shoreline. Sakhalin area is situated I can't do it, near to Japan. It's the most eastern part of Russia, almost 5,000 miles to the east from Moscow. I'm laughing too much. Russia is huge. You had to put quotes in there. Yes, everyone knows Russia is huge. People don't know what it is. According to the bones and teeth, it's not a fish. Well, okay. Fish don't typically some of them have teeth, but it's not super common for fish. According to its skeleton, it's not a crocodile or alligator. It has a skin with hair or fur. It's been said that was taken by Russian Special Services for in-depth studies, and we are lucky that people who encountered it first made these photos before. That's just SCP-682.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Because here I know where this came from. Because
Yeah,
they
I've
actually
seen it
did
before.
test on what it is. It's a beluga.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it looks like a whale.
So the
Yeah,
way that
that's
the
like,
flesh decays in
whales
weird
do
ways.
weird shit when they rot.
Yeah, and you see its hair, quote unquote, is just little strips
Yeah.
of flesh that have like
Yeah,
popped up and
rotting
decayed in a
water.
weird way.
Yeah.
And as it's
Also-
sitting in the
also
water,
funny thing
things
is,
eat like lines out of it, and it makes it look like little strands. It's a really common
fun-
thing to happen
yeah.
with marine.
I
Also,
like it.
another fun thing is basking sharks do something similar. Like basking sharks are this big ass fucking fish that have a big old mouth that's in a constant pog state. When they die, the whole mouth, the structures that hold up the mouth, those fall away, making the whole snout and the backbone remains. So it creates the illusion of looking like a plesiosaur. Like, you know that one famous is plesiosaur they caught off New Zealand, like the Zuio Maru carcass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a basking shark. And there's been quite a few of them washing up across the world, and yeah, they're all basking sharks.
Yeah, often these unidentified animal remains are immediately destroyed as soon as the second you take a piece of like a sample of their tissue and you just test it. It comes up because we have DNA nowadays. It's not really as where are his flippers?
Right, there's one right there.
I don't know about that. I think that might be something on the
Might be
beach. I can't
well,
really
remember.
tell,
I,
though.
maybe,
Might
but
be
I can.
shoulder
It looks
blade.
like part of the bone is sticking out at the very least.
That might be shoulder.
Bones don't
Yeah.
have flipper bones. It's not like the bone.
Yeah, it's
is
like a
in the
little
whole
hand
flipper.
with a
It's
bunch
like,
of
it looks
meat.
like a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a scapula. It's the shoulder blade.
That's falling down.
Good point. Yeah, see, this is why I brought on experts. Thank God for thoughtful Russians who photographed the sea dragon before Russian Darwinian authorities carried off this treasure trove. Do you see the mane over its skull? Lauren Coleman's fan club called them algae. Compare the tailbone section with Borneo beach dragon remains below.
Okay. I know who Lauren Coleman's a pretty famous cryptozoologist.
Is he? Okay, good. That is a whale spine.
I know a guy who met him. Apparently he's a lovely guy.
Oh, that's good to hear.
That's a whale spine.
He's definitely one of the people who's he's trying to officially legitimize it as a science. He's not like an actual crazy person. It seems like an alright bloke. So of course the actual crazy people don't like him.
Don't like him, yeah, of course. He's not crazy enough for the real crazies.
He's making us all look good. He's legitimizing our theory. Kill him.
He's a straw man by the authority.
Raph, I see you there in the comments, and yeah, you make a really good point. I like to hunt, fish. I spend a lot of time in the woods. I've seen a lot of dead deer, dead raccoons, dead skunks, just animals in general. Sometimes you have no idea what the fuck you're looking at until you poke it with a stick, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a raccoon.
I grew up in the country in Texas and Washington State as well. So again, very similar. I've seen shitloads of dead things in all kinds of states, and I got really interested, and I started looking at the bones and figuring out what they are. And you can tell if you know what a bones look like.
Oh yeah,
like, you can figure out what animal it is.
It's like the Montauk monster. How people are like, oh,
yes,
it's a
that's
beak, and it's like, no, that thing that's clearly a waterlogged raccoon, and that just isn't. But yeah, just a spine, just a whale spine here. But no, this is part of his. I have a sea dragon.
That's the dragon. That's a dragon.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, we know. We get it.
He's making us a proposition, okay? Imagine you've been told a lie from the day you were born and didn't know it. How'd you first react when someone finally told you that it was a lie, right? You'd go in denial. The natural, automatic, psychological human reaction. Big words, we're smart. When, for example, police would tell you that your father is in fact a murderer. That's a weird comparison.
This is going full schizo now, isn't it?
We'd like to present you now with a whole different view on something you'd always held true, but we'd like to challenge you to at least try to consider the info presented here with an open mind, realizing that your natural reaction will be just that, denial. Remember the fairy tale about the emperor who had no clothes on. See, this is such a logical fallacy that I hate, because I go into things with an open mind.
We got a wiener down there.
Oh, we do? Oh, no, wiener. Okay. But I'm pretty sure it's fine because it's just Renaissance art.
It's an art.
But here, I'll move myself right here for now, over the wiener. But where it's like, oh, you need to be open-minded and realize the truth and that kind of thing. Because I go into most things with an open mind, assuming I don't know everything and willing to learn more. But when I go into something, if you tell me that mixing blue, yellow and blue makes green, it's like, no, actually it makes purple. It's like, no, I'm not stupid. I went to elementary school. I'm not stupid. And also I don't know, like I can pick up on when someone else is stupid or bullshitting, you know? Like it's not difficult. It's really not difficult to. I don't know. I'm get. I don't know. I am actually pretty stupid, but still. Let's go. Let's move along. Let's try to get past the wiener. Here, I gotta be careful with this. I gotta move myself
I mean,
along
it is
with it.
micro, tiny little thing. I mean, you really can't tell. And I think that is the joke because it's obviously supposed to be the emperor with no clothes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Emperor's news clothes.
Begin your reorientation. Oh, reorientation for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's a book on sea serpents. It is an actual cryptozoology book. It's also also over 100 years old.
Look at that date, 1881. I mean, honestly, that's fantastic. It's a really cool historical source of fantasy creatures. Like, I love people in the past being interested in fake shit too. But yeah, no, 1881. If you're saying it's a scientific text, almost anyone in the science community they'll still look at it, but you'll just understand that it's going to be massively disinformed.
It's also
going to be massively out of date.
I see a lot of these
people. It's also Dutch.
I see a lot of these people also quote people. I see a lot of these people. They will quote like people who've been dead for hundreds or thousands of years, and that always, every time I like an eyewitness or third-hand account of a creature that was alive X amount of time ago that's been poorly documented and translated tons of times, I have a really hard time taking those claims seriously. It's just, I don't know, where it's like, oh yeah, well, they were talking about dragons in this area 1,000 years ago, and up to like 200 years ago, they had legends of dragons. I'm like, that doesn't mean dragons exist. They talked about dragons in Europe too, and in China, and all over the world. You know,
not to mention how like this sort of thing is how a lot of mythical creatures came into existence already. Like, you ever seen like a medieval bestiary illustrating a fucking crocodile?
Yep.
Or an elephant.
These are people who are working on specific art styles on third, fourth-hand information, also trying to depict it within the lines of what they're allowed to write about. The cultural context of where these things come from, that's never considered. It has to be. It kind of goes back in that whole thing of like these ethnics can never have the capacity to imagine something new.
Yep. Yeah,
I love when the elephants have like teeth in their trunk. Like it's just a mouth on the end of the trunk. That's one of my favorite medieval depictions of elephants.
Well, yeah, it's like if this guy is actually, someone goes to visit a distant land, and then during that time period, people didn't really fucking travel in the first place, and he comes back. He's not an artist. He's got secondhand accounts from animals he was told about or saw himself. He's telling it to an artist who might not even be a good artist by modern day standards, and they've got to jot that down from his his memory or whatever writings. He might have just fucking mailed it to him, and he's not standing there over their shoulder going, no, it would look like that. You have to change this part.
Also trying to translate it too, like from different accounts.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of the time they're copying shit from like the Greeks and Romans, and a lot of the time they didn't really, from Latin to a different language to Greek, and a lot of time that the exact wording gets garbled. Which is
there's a lot of since we're talking about sea serpents right now, there's a lot of great sources talking about sea serpents from the Byzantine era. In fact, I can't remember. I think it might have been Justinian. One of the emperors literally had with a sea monster, quote unquote. We're looking at it. Yes, it's actually it's a whale. It was a whale.
Porphyrios.
Yes. Porphyrios.
The name also translates to purple boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that similar to how, like, Alexander the Great, they say he found a dragon, and it most likely
he found a lot more than just a dragon.
Well, no, like, when he was in India, there's claims that there was a large dragon in a cave,
Crocodile.
and,
Odontotyrannos.
Oh, yeah, there was a dragon in a cave that would hiss at people. And it's like, you mean a crocodile? And it's like, the thing was huge, and it was like, it had a head the size of a shield. I mean, a crocodile.
A Nile crocodile could be fucking huge. Yeah, especially, we don't know the maximum range.
I don't know. Those weren't Nile crocodiles. Those crocodiles, they get like, I think it's 16 feet max.
Oh, we don't know the max.
There's a lot of crocs in India. Yeah, there's muggers, Siamese, false gharials, a lot of them.
But even a mugger, that thing can get up to like 500 pounds, 16 feet. That's a big fucking croc.
Especially because like they used to get bigger back in those days too. Like the ones that we have, That's after hundreds of years of regular hunting by humans.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just looking. Sorry, because obviously, we're talking about modern distribution of animals, but of course, in the past, you have Nile crocodiles all the way up into like Israel and northern Lebanon, because I mean, we got rid of them. I mean, you have lions in ancient Greece, and you would have encountered lions in southern France even. So, obviously things change about where things were being seen. Oh, a pickled dragon! What the
Yep,
fuck?
right here he's
That's
talking
that's
about
a cool
how
picture, though.
mainstream media ridicule dragons with hoaxes. Excerpt from an article from English Telegraph, Jan 2004. A pickled dragon that looks like it might once have flown around Hogwarts has been found in a garage in Oxfordshire yesterday. Yeah, this is just a fake article and it's just describing it.
Especially because the guy who made it also admitted that it was a hoax.
Yeah, and he's using that as an example that people
It's a
are
false flag.
Ridicule it.
Yeah, and I think more like this was probably just somebody who's really into dragons wanted to make a fake dragon.
It's kind of cool. I'd do
It
something
looks
like that.
so cool. I would want this on my shelf. And then he pretended it was real to get people interested, and then admitted it was fake because why wouldn't you? You made it, you know. So, but the editor at Rents.com correctly remarked all they had to do in this case, which turned out to be another debunking hoax, to find out whether or not it was real. He noted, a 1 minute X-ray will answer the question instantly. If there is no X-ray taken, we have a cover-up. In all likelihood, an X-ray analysis has already been done. Or maybe it was an artist who said, yeah, I made it out of this like X material, maybe clay, I don't fucking know, but I made it out of a certain material so it would look real, and it's just an art piece. It could just easily be an art piece. But well, it turned out it was a hoax by a media company. Yeah, exactly, it's a prop making company, the Smithsonian Institute. Yeah, okay, so he's giving it shit.
Smithsonian is always they possess the.
I know the source on that too. I know the source on this too. The reason is in a lot of old newspaper articles, they usually end the story with saying, "Oh yeah, the remains are taken to the Smithsonian," and it's because the Smithsonian, it was like the museum in the country, and as well also because most of the places where people were selling these newspapers being sold, distributed, weren't exactly. This is like the age when trains were, so you couldn't exactly go there very easily, because most of these people were like halfway across the country. It was a big name museum that could lend credence to the story, and especially because even like a lot of these stories weren't exactly intended to be taken 100% seriously. A lot of the times they were.
It's just to sell an article.
I'm also really into Wild West history and like 1800s history. And one big thing about that time period is local newspapers and this is commonly accepted. And like if you're trying to study Billy the Kid or trying to study John Glanton or any of the big famous like, oh, we were badass bandits or bounty hunters or anything like Wyatt Earp, any of that shit, you have to look at newspaper articles and be like, is this legit? Because people during that time period would make shit up just to get people to buy the newspaper.
They're spinning yarn.
Yeah, it's like they never expected it to leave their 50-person little bunk-ass town, so they would, and it's like, we got no stories, no news coming in. People need to buy the newspaper.
700 people died.
Yeah. So
I also know like where the source of the Smithsonian thing comes from.
Yeah, Smithsonian for some reason.
Sorry, I know the source on that. It comes from one specific article from a website that was a subsidiary of Weekly World News.
Oh, the parody site.
Yeah, it brought to you by the people who brought us fucking Bat Boy.
I think for some reason the conspiracy theorists have it out for the Smithsonian. I always find that, especially the giant guys. It's the giant conspiracy theorists.
It was specifically giant remains that were destroyed, said to be destroyed in this clearly fake article. But conspiracy theorists, they don't believe in fact checking anything.
In the instance
people claim to be looking in the internet, they swallow everything at face value like it's Dick on Sunday.
And I'm going to give a little bit of credence here. I'm going to give a little bit of mercy, like in the instance where the Smithsonian hypothetically was taking in, these giant bones or skulls with horns on them or a pterodactyl skeleton or whatever. You understand how many fucking things are actually in the Smithsonian? They have
Oh,
so many
yeah.
archives that they have to go through by hand and painstakingly
Oh,
and meticulously
I actually
document.
worked on that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a very long, arduous
Yeah, like
process.
just fucking spite, like yeah, like up in New York, in New York where I've been working, just this like the area they have for invertebrates for bugs, that thing is bigger than like the average suburban house,
Mhm.
wall floor to ceiling.
And someone
My
has to
entire
go.
job,
Yeah,
I should know that because that was my job.
yeah, it's
My job was to
painstaking.
go through you had to go through all like over 100 years worth of spider specimens and transcribe it all of it from fucking paper cards
bugs.
into a Google spreadsheet.
Imagine
Sure,
doing
Yeah,
it
I-
all
I've
on
done that.
paper, like.
yeah,
Back when I worked at
sure.
Museum of London, I had to do the same thing as well with digitizing records. Because obviously, again, yeah, it's all on paper. It just takes fucking ages.
Yeah, so if something gets to the
we have to do
Smithsonian
all
50
this.
years ago, they might not even have looked at it yet. 100 years
Yeah,
ago,
like,
they
that's
might
actually
not
how
have
they
had
found
the
a lot of new
chance.
species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of new species these days are just found by just going through old fossil their old collections of fossils.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I work at a museum still, and it's a more modern themed museum. It's a motor circuit, so it's about racing and airplane history. But we get so many fucking donations. We get people bringing just boxes and boxes of manuals for farm equipment from the 1870s. It's like we are a racing museum. We don't want this, but like, did we take this stuff? And we just have rooms just full of stuff that no one can even look at. So yeah, we might have a Bigfoot in our racing car museum. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because you have so much stuff, and I have a friend who.
From the stream. Sorry.
That's okay.
From the stream chat from Riftwitch, they never X-rayed the Godzilla suit to prove the Haru Nakajima was really inside them.
That's true. That's true.
Yep. How do we know Godzilla's not real? I've seen photos of him on the beach on the beach with Japanese ladies. Check
Monster,
atheists.
they do talk about the Vatican. Don't get me started about the Vatican conspiracy stuff. I mean, I could get into millennial if we get into that.
Should we look at the chronovisor next?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's because, like, even when I've considered the fact, like, because one thing they'll point out is always the whole, oh, it went to the Smithsonian and then it disappeared. And my response to that, okay, if it's real, quite literally, they might not just have had the chance to even fucking look at it yet. They're still...
And if it's not real, they might have seen, this is just a dead raccoon, I'll throw it in the trash now. Because we've got, again, we'll get donations and they'll be, as I said, like manuals from like 1970s, and they're just like someone's car manual, like, you know, with the warranty in it. And it's like, sorry, we don't want that. So you just chuck it in the bin because there's no historical relevance to it. You write it down that you had it, and then you just chuck it because it's like, or give it away to someone if they want it because it's a dead raccoon or it's a manual for a 1970s Morris Minor.
Mm-hmm.
No one needs it. It's well documented, digitally scanned already. Why would we keep it? It's not relevant.
All right. It looks like here he has some pictures,
that's quite a cool picture.
Some art from the past that could present a nice paradigm shift. And we're beginning with historical accounts. This picture is unrelated to the story, but it illustrates it well. Why'd you open, sir? I get the point you're trying to make, but damn it, sir. Okay.
This one I know, but this one is Gumbo. It's a carcass that washed up on the beach. No one's too sure what it is even now because it got buried after a while. No one was actually able to find it. But my guess, probably fucked up dolphin.
I mean,
whale.
honestly, it's like, yeah, if a whale is partially decayed and washes up on the beach and its skeleton resembles this, and then it gets covered by sand, and then people later see a mosasaur and they're like, oh, it was a mosasaur the entire time.
Yeah, I just remember that one line from Red Letter Media. You look up in the sky, we got 2 spoons up there. Like, humans love to compare. Our brains are hardwired to find comparisons.
And
patterns, especially if you've done DMT.
Yeah,
which a lot of these nut jobs do.
Oh man, have you heard? I remember hearing this. There's this one thing. I remember this one paleontological crack theory, which was just a guy who got high on datura saw a pterodactyl that was fighting in psychic wars, and so he believed that was real.
Oh man, I used to have fun back in the day when in my youth, you know, late teens, early 20s, sleepy. where I enjoyed my fair share of psychedelics, and you'll see some crazy stuff, and never once did I see something and think, man, this is my reality now. Yeah, I mean, I
I've had
there's a
I've had like
cognitive dissonance, where it's like
hmm.
they can't understand, just because you're perceiving something doesn't make it your actual reality, and some people don't have that ability.
I've had things where I've had like times in Amsterdam or whatever, and I have had something, and but I've just been really introspective. I'll see something crazy from visual or something, but then it's just I don't do any of these
And
anymore. But like then you just sort of use that information to think, well, why does that? Why am I seeing that? Why is that what's making me feel that
yeah,
way? And
and
then you get introspective and think about yourself instead of going crazy and saying that everything is dinosaurs.
oh yeah, I mean, and for example, like completely sober, I was late night fishing with somebody, and we both witnessed what I can only describe as what looked like Broly's aura, Broly from Dragon Ball Z. It was that same
Yeah.
shade of green far up in the sky, and it was glowing and getting brighter. And then when we noticed it, it stopped getting as bright when we were both looking at us, and then it just zipped off into fucking space faster than anything I've ever seen move in my life. And
The thing is,
we
Sorry, I
stared.
had
actually don't know
gas.
what that is.
I
The
have
thing
no
is,
idea what that is.
Ball
I
lightning.
think I might.
Ball lightning
There
can be
is actually
green.
yeah, it can
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah, sometimes when it fucks shit up. Like, ball lightning is also fascinating in that it's something that we could have owned. It is like a legitimate discovery that people have made in the modern day. Like we're only able
There's
to
only
really
one
document it since
piece
everyone's
of
got a phone in
film.
their pocket.
Because I for the longest time I was like, is that aliens? Did I just see aliens? I had no idea.
Ball lightning.
Yeah, I mean, if that's just ball lightning, that explains it for me.
I mean,
Holy
it's
shit!
incredibly rare, and seeing it is a massive privilege of like
Yeah,
it's a
it's
wonder of the
seeing
natural
fucking you
world.
saw like yeah look
A
you saw
unicorn.
you saw our planet's equivalent of a shooting star.
Mm. Well, that's fucking awesome. I've seen ball lightning. See, I'm willing to accept that. I'm presented. I don't have any evidence
It
of.
might not be. I have no
Yeah,
proof
yeah,
it's
yeah.
ball lightning,
But
but it sounds like ball
I have
lightning.
no evidence of aliens outside of that one incident that I saw. But I've
Hmm.
seen plenty of evidence that ball lightning exists. I'm more readily willing to accept that it's ball lightning than an alien. Because why would an alien be hanging out watching me and my friend fish in the middle of nowhere and then zip away
Nebulin
when we look
Chance,
at
it
They're
was
us?
bored.
Brawley.
They're
Sorry, we need
bored.
to
Nothing good on
stop
TV.
discussing. It was Brawley.
It
It
was
just was Brawley.
it was
Yeah, it was
probably
Broly.
Broly. He saw my power level and he just couldn't handle it. Okay, European
Actually,
dragons.
Broly didn't have a scouter. He didn't measure power level because he was a proper Saiyan.
Oh, that is true. Power was judging power levels is something that's an Earth-based skill, naturally
No.
born.
It's this the loser Saiyans like Vegeta when he first got there for some reason.
Well,
Even though you can just
Vegeta.
It's your inner comic book guy.
Well, no,
that's
it's
something
it quite
that's something I always didn't get is like why are they
because
using these scouters when they have an innate sense of power?
they don't
Saiyans
have
do.
the innate. You have to train the sense.
I mean,
guess, but
That's
I
why the
figured it's like,
Earthlings. That's why the
it's like a
Earthlings
different-
were able to detect power levels, but the Frieza, his entire squad needed scouters because they didn't know how to naturally sense them. When Vegeta learned that Goku could sense power levels, he learned
That's
how
when
to
he
do
learned.
it.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess you're right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot that.
yeah.
Okay, I just got schooled
Like that.
on Dragon Ball. Look, it's been a while since I watched Dragon Ball.
I haven't watched Super, but I love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I've seen Dragon Ball Z
Oh,
probably
yeah.
200 times. All right, close to the town of
so,
Burris.
so you got Mexican citizenship then.
Yeah, honorary Mexican citizenship earned.
Ask my neighbors; they love me, but I live in Little Mexico. Anyways, the town at Burris in Suffolk, as recorded in a Suffolk, as recorded in a chronicle of 1405, close to the town of Burris near Sudbury, there has lately appeared to the great hurt of the countryside a dragon, vast in body with a crested head, teeth like a saw, and a tail extending to an enormous length. Having slaughtered the shepherd of a flock, it devoured many sheep. After an unsuccessful attempt by local archers to kill... I wish I had the full actual thing instead of it cutting off. But after an unsuccessful attempt by the local archers to kill the beast due to its impenetrable hide, in order to destroy him, all the country people around were summoned. But when the dragon saw that he was again to be assailed with arrows, he fled into a marsh or mere, and then hid himself among the long reeds, and was never more seen. I've never heard a swamp referred to as a mere before. I learned a new word.
A mire.
A mire. Oh.
Yeah, it's a yeah. So that's from the Chronicle of St. Albans, I'm pretty sure, which is like a historic novel written by a monk. And it lists all kinds of ridiculously fantastical stuff.
Yeah,
but a lot of people are actually think that is probably like the common understanding of it is this is going to sound a bit crazy, but a large pikefish.
Really?
I mean, they're pretty tough.
How is a pikefish going to kill tons of sheep, though?
No, because it's exaggerated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because or a crocodile brought back from the Crusades. Some people mention that. Like, it's a really commonly told evidence of dragons quote, but again, it's from a book full of fantastical tales because it's someone writing secondhand historical tales from his region.
Okay.
So it's kind of it is.
It's a Marco Polo kind of thing.
It's a Marco Polo kind of thing because it's for fun. He's recording folk history.
Yeah.
This one seems to be like a retexture of the story The Dragon of Wales.
Mm-hmm. Could be that as well.
Yeah, because a lot of these kind of also kind of ignores the fact that people are people. They make up stories based on shit. I remember seeing another article on this talks about how like the Tarasque from France is actually an ankylosaur because it kind of looks similar. Like, no, motherfucker. The thing had 6 bare legs.
Hell yeah.
It's like the Tarasque. It's basically it's a French water dragon. It's like a big Bowser shell, lion head, 6 bare legs, scorpion tail. It was tamed by a saint named Saint Martha, brought back to the town, but the town then beat it to death.
I'm pretty sure that my level 20 party in D&D beat Tarasque, so I don't know.
They use the name. They use the name, but not. Apparently, also some versions of the story had laser eyes. Like it could shoot beams of light from its eyes.
Young King Wavy, the 2 guests. This is Glarn Bowden and Arculo Logan. You can find them.
Logan from server. I played Halo with you.
Yeah, you can find their channels in the description. Go give them a like, give them a subscribe. Say, hey, what's up?
Oh, there's nothing on my channel except for anime music.
Hey, a subscriber's a subscriber. But yeah, no, there's some buddies of mine, and I knew that if I was going into this kind of thing, it would be a lot more fun to have people who are educated on the topic, because I like to educate myself, but I was telling Logan the other night, I consider myself more of a jack of all trades. I know a little bit about everything, not a lot about anything. So,
right, okay.
Let's also from Suffolk. So we've got another.
Another medieval account. I see. One was black in color, and the other, again.
It's a mural.
The thing is
politically correct Buresians. That's my new band name.
Politically correct Buresians. I've never been to Burres. I don't know. It's in Suffolk, which is not too far from me, so because I live in Surrey, which isn't too far from there. But I could probably go visit. But I love a good church mural. I'm skeptical about that, because I've not heard about it being a church, and that's quite old. And usually, church paintings, especially, were all whitewashed after the dissolution by Henry VIII. So there's not many of them left in the country. Doesn't mean that it's not true. I just haven't heard of it, and I quite like church paintings, and if there's one near me, I should have seen it by now, just because I'm interested. I actually will go to a town just to look at churches that have a bit of paint stuck on the ceiling still. Because during after the 1500s, they changed Protestantism, and then all the churches were basically said to be garish and it's pointless, all this illumination, so it distracts from the worship. So, because obviously Protestantism is about the word of God rather than the sort of awe you have in Catholic Church. So all these things were whitewashed. It's not that doesn't mean that it's for sure not there, but it's also weird for a church to have a dragon on it unless it's in the context of St. George.
Yeah. Like I was saying with the Tarasque, the whole thing with the Tarasque is that it's part. When you look at the actual cultural context for it, it's part of a whole tradition across Europe, especially in France. of saints of women taming dragons. Like that's a recurring cultural motif all
Oh
across
yeah, I've
Europe.
seen that before as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and with France especially, like dragons tend to be associated with fire as much as they are with water. Like the Tarrasque especially is a representation of destructive floods from the river where it lived. The idea, since a lot of dragons in France, they're actually tamed as a kind of symbolic representation of taming the wilderness.
Also, their
No,
association
just
with
saying,
water
explain Tyrannosaurus.
also does suggest crocodiles, alligators. Well, there's no alligators in the old world, but crocodiles that have been, because you forget about the 1400s. You have shitloads of very rich noblemen returning from a recently conquered region of the world that had them.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the, Crusades, people going all the way down into Cairo.
Oh,
What are you
Speaking of Saint George, yeah,
what did Saint George fix the fight?
Oh, man.
St. George is one of those ones where I'm so.
Wait, is that fucking Sky? Look, I fucking forgot about the Skyrim screenshot below.
Oh
my god, that's great. This is a real photograph, guys. Go away.
Yeah, Todd Howard.
I took this photo in 1438. In 1438, I took this photograph of a dragon.
Wait, scroll back up a little bit. The thing right there, the Adank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what the Adank or a Thank is. It's especially imagine if you cross a beaver and an alligator. And it also fucking and again, it's a symbolic representation of floods because beavers are regularly building dams to control the flow of water
in Britain until relatively recently. In fact, we've actually reintroduced populations of beavers in the last few years, and they're actually doing quite well.
Britain is a fucking. Honestly, I could never live in England. Like that place it's a fucking ecological. It's an ecological
It's an ecological hate crime.
Yep.
We killed them all to make.
Yeah. This is I just looked at the bar on the side. This is a very long article.
A lot of it. Yeah, a lot of it. It's the whole thing is just a lot of it. Just a bunch of copy paste stories.
Yeah.
Lindbergh. Siegfried and Lindbergh. I mean,
there's more further down.
It's almost like we really like cooled monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it kind of going like, oh yeah, it must have been a Triceratops.
There you go. Here's your Tarrasque.
Yeah, it has to be an Anki. It has to be an Anki.
Has to be, because if two things look similar and if you're a conspiracy theorist, if two things look similar, they are the same. That's how they think. It's like, oh, this looks. If I reverse this, it makes 9/11. That means it's 9/11. It's like if you find patterns in things, it's something you do, and I'm sure Sleepy. If you're on certain substances, you do get kind of obsessed with finding little patterns in things.
Also like and noting like again, they got 3 pairs of legs. Again,
Same with schizophrenia.
And I remember seeing this other thing that someone noted, like this one Bigfoot researcher was taking a bunch of mythological creatures from across Native American culture and saying they were Bigfoot. One of them was just a snake with giant feet. So I had to write off like the snake things. Oh yeah, the snake's just a representation of something.
It's sort of like it reminds me of this right here, the dinosaur of Toprom.
Oh yeah, that's one.
Where people seem to forget that this was originally painted, and they also have many depictions of flowers in the area, and it was most likely just a local animal with a flower behind it. And they want to say this is a stegosaurus, and if you ask any paleontologist, this is a horrible carving of a stegosaurus.
It has horns.
Yeah. Like it.
It looks like a baby pig, I think. I don't know. It's
maybe a
dog. Yeah. I don't really know. It's pretty vague. And this issue with it is it's so vague.
There are other instances in the same temple of animals with similar shit surrounding them. Yeah, and this was all painted to look like. Well, we don't know exactly what they're trying to depict. I get rhinoceros from it personally, or hippopotamus.
So do you know about this is so similar? Do you know the Dendera light bulb?
Oh yeah.
If you search that, Sleepy, you'll get pictures of it. The Dendera light, or the Dendera light bulb. It's the exact same thing. It's not understanding motifs. It's that people go in and they look at these ancient things.
I know what you're fucking talking about.
They
I know
don't
this
understand the motifs that is depicted in it.
Yes, it's supposed to be like a lotus flower.
It's a lotus flower, and the scent is being depicted as a snake and the sort of
you can
aura of the scent.
You can
is
see
being
the
sent around there.
eyes and the face of the
Yes.
snake on it, even. Like,
And
it's
that's also analogous to the womb of Nut. So this is the goddess Nut, the goddess of the sky.
Also, like the guy in the back, you could interpret that as a metaphor for his enormous penis.
That's not a guy. Don't think. I think that's Nut, isn't it?
A metaphor for their enormous penis, then.
Oh no, that I guess is
They're big. They're very big on dicks in ancient Egypt.
Oh yes, that's something that we don't talk about when we're in school a lot. Is that the Egyptians loved their fertility worship, especially with the god Min and Amun-Min specifically, who is the depiction of a
conspiracy theorists love that fact so much.
Mm-hmm. And anyway, there are shitloads of other representations from Dendera that are similar. Like I'll show you. And people are saying it's like a conductor. This is some other.
Or that it's a light bulb.
I just sent another one.
The most common thing is that it's a light bulb, and the snake represents like a little squiggly the conductor. But yeah, no, motherfucker, it's meant to be a snake.
You can see that in the one I just sent you, Sleepy. That's it's being supported by something, and people say it looks like some sort of electronic device. That's actually the Jed pillar, which is a really common motif in Egyptian art. Represents the spine of the god Osiris. I don't know why, but it is very, very commonly used to sort of represent stability. And you can see there. See, it looks like the thing with the hand.
This is a fucking snake. There's no way this is.
Oh yes, of course. And this is proving that there are other. This is obviously a drawing based on a carving, but of course there are other representations of a similar motif because it's a recurring motif. It just this one doesn't look as much like a light bulb. And then if you ever notice in those videos, they always use like really blurry photos of it. It's the same with your dinosaur one. They use really blurry, low res photos because they're hoping that you just don't think too much about it. And you can see it's clearly a lotus as well.
Among Us. Here we go.
Among Us.
This is Medjet, a god from ancient Egypt, and it looks exactly like a fucking Among Us.
Okay.
Coincidence? I think not.
Fuck, we're getting sidetracked again.
Well, yeah, I knew this would happen, but let's at least show chat Among Us, and we have a lot on the docket tonight. We're already almost an hour in, so we, this doesn't have to be a one-time stream. So I'm down doing this again. This is a lot of fun. Oh.
That's hideous.
Chat. This guy rolls up at the club and smacks your girl's ass. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, chat?
I give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, there's a whole thing that they do in the town where they make a parade float of it and they parade it down the street every year. It's a whole all-day festival.
That's amazing. I love that. All right. So you said the good stuff is a little bit further down once we get past all these.
Keep going. Yeah, got the Chinese dragons.
Of course, they love the Chinese dragons.
Wait! Yeah, they mentioned Marco Polo up there. Like, do you just call Marco Polo a liar or something like that? It's a little bit further up.
I didn't call him a liar. They're calling him a liar. Okay, I mean, if hearing a local folk tale and then writing it down as if you met the guy in the folk tale, I think the thing that comes to my mind the most is the old man in the mountain. But it like stuff like that where it's
you talk about the Acambro figurines here from Mexico.
Oh my goodness,
these are a bunch of figures that like a figure supposed to be protecting dinosaurs and things. They were dug up by this one like really religious guy who thought he was trying to find Atlantis in Mexico.
Weren't they revealed? I remember there were a bunch of
exactly. That's the funny thing. It was made by multiple people who realized, oh shit, we can make so much fucking money selling this shit to creationists. And this made thousands of figurines and idols, like of dinosaurs fighting with laser guns, all sorts of crazy shit, and they swallowed it all, hook, line, and sinker.
That reminds me of what was it? I can't remember. Give me 1 sec. It was the Ecostones. The Ecostones.
Those ones were they were also so.
They did a documentary on the fucking guy who made them, where he was like, "Yeah, people are paying me money for this, and so I just put dinosaurs on them because that's what they wanted to see."
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's also kind of the same thing you see like with Mokele and Mbembe out in Africa. Like people in Africa know what a fucking dinosaur looks like. They get American comic books, like all that Dinomania was a thing in Africa as well.
You know what's kind of worse about that though? It is
like Mokele,
they were guided.
It was a legitimate mythical creature.
But
like it was like it's since become a thing. It's since become a thing where they just say what people want them to hear, what people say what people want to hear.
mhm.
It's take them through the jungle, and then it's fuck off. Take the money, and then they fuck off.
It's like the roping, where they want to say like this guy had a doctorate, he was an actual professor, this and that, but he was also a staunch Christian and like hardcore creationist, and he went he went into the locals. He was like, oh, here's a picture of a pterosaur. Have you seen this thing flying around at all? And he'd have it translated, and the guy would say back, and they would be like, oh, yeah, kinda, yeah, and fruit bats in the area, big, and then he'd be like, okay, so we got the roping, and it's also bioluminescent and eats corpses for some reason. It's just a misappropriation of local culture, making bullshit up half the time, and then putting your own beliefs first so that you can actually reinforce your ideas you have. They look at things with blinders on and only want to see the truth when the actual truth is on the side yelling at them. It's freaking crazy, man. All right, let's get back to the article.
Well, yeah, we're still in the first fucking article. We're just a bunch of.
Keep scrolling down. Keep going.
I mean, these
going.
are lovely paintings and some photographs and kind of. Cool,
that's why I was like the first block.
Again,
it's the Mushusu, the Serosh. There's a whole thing like people claim that it's sauropods by being like a fucking chimera of lion, eagle, and snake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing is like people love to make chimeras, and that's a thing that again like. The conspiracy theorists love to think about, but it's just like again, don't have any YouTube, you don't have any social media, you don't have any television. In your free time, you're going to think, what happens if a boar? I actually know a lot about this. If you go
a little higher,
really quick,
a little higher, little further down.
Oh, the big this thing.
Yeah,
this rogue Egyptian thing.
Apparently, the Louvre is made to keep evolution alive by it not being a natural history museum.
What?
Like the Louvre is where they put the Mona Lisa. That's an art museum.
It's an art museum.
That's the Mona Lisa's a psyop.
Well, and I've seen a copy of this. What's it called? It's like a palette. The palette. Sorry. It's the palette of Narmer. It's a really early foundation, very old kingdom Egyptian one. And yes, there are some long-necked lions there. Having a little fight.
Serpapard is what they're called.
By the way, I do want to also mention to chat, I have this website zoomed in at 175%. This is your grandpa's website. It's made for a CRT.
Yeah.
It's literally formatted like this is where it cuts off. This big blank section off on the side. There's nothing there. There never will be anything there.
He's still posting stuff. He's still posting stuff. It's not like it's a dead old website from the 90s.
He's running Windows 98. Give him a break.
Really. Although the man is like pro-Palestine, which he needs trying to
only because it's Christians being shot in Palestine.
Yes,
that's the only reason why he cares
because of the two guys that were Christian that died recently, I think. Yeah.
Well, we did plan for the first block to be looking at this website. There it is. Yeah.
Well, also, wait. Go back up.
You can even tell
politically correct.
Oh my god. Not just Thailand has images of statues of historic dragons, but Cambodia's ancient Angkor Wat temple has a carving of a stegosaur. Oh, no. Not
sir.
Politically correct. No. I mean, I think it is politically correct. I think you're not being politically correct.
That stegosaurus has fucking pronouns.
I mean, even if you want to think about politics, like, you're not respecting this nation and their actual history by inserting your own bullshit into it.
It looks almost like an aardvark, actually.
One theory I really like about dragons, though, when it comes back to the chimera thing, is humans for the longest time, like, before we were humans, like, back when we were fucking, like, primordial, not primordial, but like pre-human,
genetic memory of dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, not dinosaurs. It's not a genetic memory of dinosaurs.
The predation theory, the combination of snake, eagle, leopard.
Yep, we were hunted by big cats, reptiles, and birds. Or raptors, probably, more likely, yeah. But, yeah, that makes a dragon. You combine those three, you get a fucking dragon.
I remember looking at that. Long story, it doesn't really hold up, mostly because it doesn't reflect, like, how fucking diverse, even, like, in Europe, dragon beliefs were.
Mm.
There's a lot of fucking weird dragons, man. There's dragons that are like crocodile butterfly hybrids
The
that
thing
are the
is we
reincarnations
hate
of snakes.
snakes as a weird fear that we all have. You know, we also
The thing
hate
is
spiders.
what
There's
we
lots of
don't.
giant spiders in mythology.
There actually there isn't. Like it's actually been scientifically proven. There's no instinctual fear of spiders and snakes. Like that, it is entirely cultural.
No, yes, but I mean we've culturally ingrained, especially in Northern Europe, that
So
snakes are
this
bad.
cave art here, it's depicting dinosaurs and
Yeah, it's bull.
dragons.
It looks like a bunch of
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's of the fabulous water panther, actually, which is the
Oh,
actual name of the thing.
really?
Like it's basically kind of like the equivalent, like sort of the Great Lakes region equivalent to dragons.
Mm.
That they're these primordial, like monstrous horned cat lizard creatures that clash with the representation of water, that clash with the thunderbird, these massive epic battles.
A Thunderbird is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
The
And the
Inca
Inca
stones.
stones. He's talking about the Inca stones.
Like
Yep.
Quetzalcoatl.
Mhm.
I forgot.
Samaria.
The fishman purses.
And,
Wait, scroll up a little
Indian
bit.
god Manu. We love purses. We love our handbags.
Okay, so Onas art representations from Samaria and pre-Columbian Mayan statue, bottom right, where the Mayan sailor holds up identical Onas basket in his right hand as the Sumerian ones, but of course this is not possible because...
Okay, this is a separate conspiracy theory, though. This is just a pre-Columbian, like,
This
sort
is
of weird
the
Atlantis
ancient alien
conspiracy theory.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a different.
Atlantis. It all goes back to Atlantis. Wow.
I love
best
the
history book in the world called Genesis in the Bible that would lead to faith in Jesus Christ, and that would set people free from the NWO
Yeah,
brainwashing.
This
Are
guy's
you free?
really hardline, Old Testament sort of hardliner, isn't he?
Oh, yep,
Wow.
Akambaro.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, and those are
keep
quite
going.
cool.
Keep going. I remember the guy goes on a huge rant about. Wait, hang on, a little bit higher up. How the
This
fuck
bad
is this
boy?
a Triceratops?
I mean, looks like. I mean,
so
from what
fucking goofy.
from what I know of South American artwork, it does look like a jaguar representation.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna save this for later. I'm gonna make that my new profile picture on Discord. That is fucking funny.
Hell yeah!
It's
Yeah,
fucking
it looks like how they
Like-
often depict. Is it Moche? What is this? This Ecuador? It could be Moche or it could be Southern Mayan, but
Oh god! I just scrolled a little bit down to my own copy of the site. Fucking look at this shit.
that's just a shitty picture.
The reason why we said never such pictures in school is because the authorities don't want us to know, confuse our faith and evolutionary doctrine with cold hard facts.
It's just a wee Nessie.
It's just the way you see.
I like how
it's
it's obviously a piece of wood because look at this where you see how it's bending over, same exact fucking shape. It's
Yeah,
it's just some wood that bobbed up.
Flat.
Wait. They're saying the plesiosaur isn't politically correct. You gotta scroll a little bit down. There, it's not politically correct.
What's with the political correctness? Why?
I don't think he knows what it means.
He hates the woke left.
Wow.
Okay, that's just really. That looks like a prop. It looks like a.
Oh
really,
no, Argentinians know the Nahualito.
It looks like a really cool movie prop. It looks like something from like How to Train Your Dragons live action.
Oh god, don't mention that fucking train
I
wreck to
know.
me.
And they don't think it's a fish, a
He hasn't-
hallucination, or a
He
turtle
hasn't
that
cited
lost its
this
shell.
photograph though. He's
How-
just said what it
A
is.
turtle can't lose its shell, and he never considers that the picture might be fake.
Yeah, that's my point. Is
Look at he's trying to make it each section authentic with ethnic stereotypes because he starts that with ay. Oh, that's not.
Oh yeah,
That's not assuming sushi.
Oh, we're going into Japan. Is he going? Oh yeah, he mentioned sushi. I was going to say, oh, hello. No, it's
Sayonara, Charlie Darwin.
oh, konnichiwa.
Oh my god.
Look, it's a politically correct frilled shark.
I mean, isn't that what that is?
Another good band name.
That's another thing
Pretty
they love to
quick
bring
stretch.
up, where they're like,
Shark.
oh, we have fossils of coelacanths. It doesn't look like they evolved very much. That means they're living fossils, aka evolution doesn't exist, yada, yada, yada. I mean, you could technically make... look, if you really want to get technical with it, like alligators, crocodilians, that kind of thing,
They've been going on for ages.
And they really,
here's the
I
thing.
mean, outside of going into
they
like the land-based ones where they galloped around like fucking horses
Hell
and you know, that kind of shit,
or the
all
tree
they've
ones, the
done is
planting ones.
improve over the years. They're still, if you look back at like a Deinosuchus, it's just a big fucking crocodilian. Like it's
That just changes due to prey availability and stuff.
If you want like a real living fossil, oak trees. Like most of the tree species we have, most of the tree species we have today, you can find the recognizable leaves from like oaks, maples, and like T-Rex, and like in the same era as Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I do love that.
Granted, it's also because it's also kind of a clusterfuck, and that since you're finding mostly like leaves or bits of wood, the names are given to individual leaf types, so we don't know whether or not they're all one plant.
I do love how ferns are older than trees. I do love that fact so much.
So are sharks.
Yeah, I know. It's such a fun. I love little fun facts like that. It's just like, oh, that's so neat. Okay.
Yeah, the Civil War pterodactyl photo.
Yeah,
this is classic.
The one that was a known hoax, as opposed to the other. They're talking about the Tombstone Thunderbird, and I did a whole fucking deep dive into that one. And the whole thing is that it was a 100-foot. The actual story was a 100-foot long creature with 4 legs, an alligator head, and the original story, it didn't die.
And we got fucking cowboys killing dinosaurs. Literally, it looks like he went to Spirit Halloween for this outfit. I'm going to be honest.
It looks like this is just like what half the guys on Tinder imagine their profile pictures.
I've seen better special effects from 50s movies. Oh my goodness!
Roger Corman could have squeezed an entire fucking franchise out of that lizard.
Oh my goodness! Okay.
This one is like a toothless, duck-billed monster. It has to be a plesiosaur. No, it's not. It's a beaked whale. They're already themselves fucking weird.
You can really tell that it's like a large.
It's obviously a fucking whale. Obviously,
it gets better because the actual whales, when they're alive, we don't know much about them. Like
he's got it in. He's got it in 2 different sections, 2 separate long-winded schizo rants talking about how this is not clearly a whale. Oh my god!
Are we just talking about fucking Lucy or something down there? It's just talking about like, if it were Lucy's skull, it would have been headlines for months, preserved in a golden case. The Smithsonian.
That's a side. That's one of his other articles, isn't it?
He's fucking talking about scientism or something.
Oh no, he's just
the same thing.
It's genuinely this fucking. He made like a fucking table.
He made like a table.
Have you seen the time cube? He's got the rest of it split like this.
Sorry, I love the little Brontosaurus gift. That's adorable.
Yep. Also, going through there. Then also he's talked about the basking shark that I mentioned earlier.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like.
Yeah, but it is.
Yeah, talking about like again. I think I saw evolution up there.
Let me see the Lake Champlain dragon. I think I've seen this one before as well.
Evolutionists. Yeah. But okay, you guys have me all over the place.
I mean, that's a whale penis. That's a whale penis right there.
Actually, I do know what that was. It was in fact driftwood.
Yeah,
because I went to college like right in Lake Champlain. So, like Champ is a big thing there. And one of my courses we actually were talking about like fake news and pseudoscience, and Champ was of course one of the ones we talked about. And one of the things
Champ is the lake monster, isn't he?
And the 70s were also the age of monsters too. Like that's where most of the big quote unquote American monsters that people will cite popped up in the 60s and 70s. Like it's really
also just when everyone started doing acid.
There's something that people don't talk about the Lake Champlain sighting, and that one thing they never talk about the fact that it never moved from that pose. And when the woman who saw it described it sinking, is more like it rolled forward, like a log.
Ah, wow, that's crazy.
Also, by check there, Dr. Hoven's interview. That's Kent Hoven, a guy who is a guy who basically one of the big creationists. He's also gone on to talk about how he thinks that eugenics are cool. It's also hosted several child predators in his little dinosaur park, and it's also killed a kid.
Okay. Oh, what a nice man!
Yeah, like this man has blood in his hands.
Well, that is insane. I was giggling to myself out of the range of the mic about the thought of a wine-drunk mom in her 40s going to the lake and then seeing this thing bob around in the water for like 30 minutes and get her shitty 1970s camera out and be like, kids, do you see that? That's a lake monster. It's like, Mom, you've had like
Mom, stop.
over
You've had
half-
3 double vodka and Cokes.
yeah, you've had like a bottle and a half of wine and Dad's not back from fishing yet. You know,
The Franzia box is empty.
it's yeah.
The media refuses to air the champion. Oh, yep, the Zuiva Maru carcass.
Stuff like
that,
this. Yeah. This was one of these specific things that got me out of really believing into crypto stuff when I was like 12, 13.
Honestly, I will make a confession. I do still believe in cryptids, like to an extent.
Well, yeah, to an extent. I believe the possibility is there, but it was where they see something that, because my dad, he's a fucking, my grandpa, I come from a family of like educators and scientists and shit, and like I got broken down to me where I was showing this to my dad and my grandpa. I was like, see, this is a plesiosaur, and it's like, no, that is clearly a whale or whatever the fuck, and they explained to me, I think it was a basking shark. I can't remember what they explained to me what it was.
Basking shark.
But
it's part of the way it rots.
Yeah,
like,
they showed me.
That's where the gills are.
Yeah,
they drop off when it dies.
It gave me this like realization. I was like, wow, people just bite onto things, and that was one of the things that turned me skeptical of just like, very young Sleepy would have seen this website and bit hook, line, and sinker.
The Rorqual whale is a psyop. the fucking ostrich gif there as well.
I love this.
They said it wasn't important. You need to bury it now. Report who like buries 60? What in the sand?
I feel like the guy who makes this must be like 60. Like he's like an old internet user. Like he started, back
the good old Eminem.
This is
talking about Komodo dragons out there.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't read this. It's just pure schizophrenia. Yeah. All right, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me look.
It's slightly reasoned schizophrenia. It has a coherence to it that almost makes me disappointed.
We've had so much. We've already looked at this website for over an hour. So I think now is a good time to move over forward to the next block. And I got a good video to get us, and the other stuff we have in the docket. Like I said before, we can always come back. Back. But I knew stuff like this was happening. That's why I built up a big list of fun things. So this is a channel called Shattered History that I showed up in my recommendations, and they have the most schizophrenic ramblings you'll ever see. This video is called Dinosaurs Have Lived Alongside Humankind, Scientific and Historical Evidence. Now, I've seen a few minutes of this video. I was bored at work and watched the first few minutes, and I was able to cite like 4 direct instances where she just gives blatant misinformation.
We got a female schizoid here.
Oh yeah, this is that's how they get you. That's
rare.
Well, let's get into this here.
Over the past several thousand years, there have been countless sightings across the world.
I cannot hear.
I'm not hearing
anything. That is my computer's fault. Give me a second. I just gotta recast the stream. This happens every time I stream. Sound card on my motherboard's a piece of shit. It likes to reboot itself and then it cuts off for Discord. So, all right, here we go.
Sound.
The Florida trail cam raptor.
Over the past several thousand years, there have been countless sightings across the world of creatures that can only be described as dinosaurs. Despite the general belief that
I like how she's showing like things that are obvious. That's clearly a dog.
That can only be described.
That's clearly a fucking dog. These are handles.
Years.
It looks like
your styles look like little dragons.
A fake a picture that's been debunked multiple times.
Across the world of creatures that can only be described as dinosaurs. Despite
yeah,
the general
this,
belief
that
that all species of
the one with the
dinosaurs have
mosaic,
been
that one's a
extinct for
bit
over
weird that we don't know what
65
it is,
million
but it's
years,
probably not a
people
fucking
from a wide
Gorgonopsin.
variety of backgrounds have reported encountering living dinosaurs.
Monkey
Although many
files.
skeptics have argued that these claims are merely hoaxes,
That's just a
many
fucking
of these
clip from Jurassic
reports have
Park.
credibility to them. Several sightings even come from well-known
But
and
we saw that
reputable historical
image on the
figures.
website.
Yep. We did.
Yes, this
The
obvious
ancient Greek author
1990s artwart.
Herodotus
Oh, this-
saw flying reptiles.
Hey, wait,
part
go
here-
back, go back. Sorry.
This
Go
part
back.
here, she talks about
Hold on.
Herodotus. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. The way she said Herodotus' name is gorgeous. I just need to hear that again.
The ancient Greek author Herodotus saw flying
Herodotus.
reptiles alive in Egypt, which, according to his description,
Oh.
were very reminiscent of pterosaurs.
And yeah,
No, they aren't.
they
That's another thing. A lot of these people's idea of what dinosaurs and prehistoric animals were, it has not aged very well. Like with pterosaurs, you would not, if you looked at that thing, you would not think it was a fucking snake. You think it was a weird fucked up bird.
And also on top
they
of
had
that, like
feathers.
I've looked into this claim because I love crypto shit. The common consensus is they were setting frankincense trees on fire and cobras were fleeing the smoke.
Also, you can't fucking believe Herodotus of anything for anything. He is a maniac, over-exaggerator. He's the father of history, but he's also the father of a great story.
Like a water snake with wings. That sounds to me like a cobra with its fucking hood out. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, there is actually some consensus that it might have actually been based on a fossil formation, because one of the things that they're not talking about is that the whole plague of snakes, they went out of this area, went into Egypt, fucked shit up, then they all got killed and eaten by a bunch of birds. And the specific spot you mentioned is very close to a real fossil site, with a bunch of fossil skeletons that if you looked at them and didn't know what they came from, with all these jumbo little bones, you would think they looked like snaky spines with little wings.
Is that referring to the biblical plague?
No, not the biblical plague. This is a different thing.
Okay.
The 16th century Italian explorer Filippo Pigafetta
Italian.
reported seeing pterosaurs in the Congo River basin.
No, he did not claim he saw pterosaurs. He did not. That was Duente Lopez, and he got secondhand accounts that he transcribed from his expedition to the Congo. She didn't even do her fucking research. Filippo did not look at. He literally translated for another guy and wrote down his accounts, and then handed those accounts over. So you're doing secondhand accounts that have been translated. That's not proof of a pterosaur, and you don't even cite the fucking information right, so I can't take you seriously because I know you didn't look into it.
In Africa,
I love that man's
Alexander
ostrich
the
head
Great
dress.
and his lieutenant Onesicritus encountered what they described as great hissing dragons that lived in the caves in India.
We talked about this. This is Alexander the Great and the fucking crocodile thing.
Also because people made up a lot of shit about Alexander the Great. Like back in the Middle Ages, people would use him as the subject for a lot of different stories. So there
are Welsh kings that would say they had the armor of Alexander the Great, and it's sure.
Some of the other things people said that he fought: frog-sized fleas, plagues of giant snakes, lion men, a giant King Kong-sized dude, people with saws for hands. Where are the saw hands, lady? Show me their bones.
Show me the saw hand, man.
Oh my god.
Man Carter, Hook Hand's ancestor.
The thing is the issue with Alexander became I'm going to tell a story about a great, ancient, powerful person. It was both him and Caesar were always exaggerated in later time periods to become like sort of really exciting.
Oh yeah.
Sense. It's just television. It's the equivalent, it's sci-fi. It's coming up with stuff and you're using this thing that you know existed. There's a sort of basis of it because then it's sort of relatable. It's been a thing we've always done, and then oftentimes as well they'll connect into sort of genealogies of modern people. I mean, everyone tried to claim that they were related to Alexander, or everyone was related to Caesar.
Alexander the Great is one of those figures from history where I remember being like 6 or 7. And asking my dad, like I was like, "Is there any chance we're related to Alexander the Great?"
I mean, yes.
Yeah, like literally, that's how impactful he's probably, arguably, one of the most famous people across all time. Like, Oh my god! Like, of course, people are going to make up
Statistically
bullshit
thinking,
about
yes, you are technically statistically, if you're European, you are statistically related to him because of the amount of grandchildren people have over the course of history. Although he had no children, so
it. Yeah, maybe from like
um,
a
yeah,
like
you'd be
I mean,
through his like his family.
yeah.
and,
It's
like,
like how I'm
the
not
dude was
directly.
bisexual.
It's like how I'm not directly related to John Brown, but my grandma married his brother. So I think it was his brother. I can't remember exactly. I'd ask my dad. But
That's like saying I dated Rod Stewart's niece
well,
because
I'm
my
technically
ex-girlfriend was Rod Stewart's
I'm
niece for a time.
I'm
Because he
technically
married her
related to
child.
John Brown, but not directly descended from John Brown. You know.
Uh,
Yeah.
All
But
right, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what else this.
Besides,
And
we all
Marco
know
Polo
that
has.
reported
Alexander
that
the
there were
Great famously
enormous
used his
two-legged
reality
serpents
marble,
in the
noble
province, and
phantasm
Marco
to
described as
destroy Gilgamesh or something.
yeah, let's get back to
Yeah,
the video.
Then they made like an incredibly important Australian Aboriginal figure into just a femboy. I have a very complicated relationship with fate.
Let's get back to the video here.
great his dragons that lived in the caves in India.
I can't hear her.
Goodness, okay, yeah, this is the problem where if I pause for too long, I have to recast it. If we go on another rant, I'll just make sure to recast it before we Okay, so we're getting back to the travels of Marco Polo here.
Marco Polo reported that there were enormous two-legged serpents in the province of Karazhan in China,
That
which
is a
also
nice
lived
piece
in
of art,
caves.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this part is the part that made
wait,
me.
wait, motherfucker, that's just Gauss.
Yeah, but this section where she says two-legged pterosaurs in China, like that supposedly Marco Polo saw. This is the part that got me really fucking pissed because I love Marco Polo. And Marco Polo, a lot of experts actually believe he might not have even fucking made it to China. Just it's contested. I'm not saying he didn't,
like
but
Uzbekistan or something.
yeah, it's contested. On top of that, Marco Polo also claimed that he met dog-headed men, people who had heads for torsos, also known as the blimia. Like literally, they don't have heads; their torso is their fucking head.
Yeah.
He said that
he also plagiarized that from the Greeks.
He would repeat
those
common
Greek
myths he heard in folktales around the area. Like, for example, he claimed that he met the old man of the mountain who was like this assassin who kept people in a drug state, some dumb fucking thing. But it was a commonly said myth around the like a legend, and he just heard that and wrote it down as if he met the fucking guy. He claimed that the Khan could fit 40,000 people in his feasting hall. That's not possible. He claimed that he talked about islands full of demons that he encountered, literal demons that would steal your soul. I don't remember if he said this specifically, but you remember the guys with the giant feet, like one unifoot that he would use as umbrellas?
Monopods.
Yeah. I don't remember if he said he encountered them, but I'm pretty sure he fucking did.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. So
he claimed he held a rock feather that was like the size of his body, like a feather from a rock. The giant eagle.
You know what that one was? It was a palm frond. There was a whole industry out of selling those things as counterfeit rock feathers.
Mm-hmm. And he also claimed he met people with tails, like a whole country full of people with tails.
The furries, he found them.
Mm-hmm. He also the dog-headed men. So yeah, completely reliable source, 100%. Everything that Marco Polo said he saw, don't take any of it with a grain of salt. The man wasn't just repeating myths as he traveled around, and
he definitely wasn't smoking opium.
No, 100%. No.
In the mountains.
Come on, if you ever think of smoking opium in that time period, it was all cocaine.
Caves. Another species of reptile that had once lived in India in abundance was recorded by various Greek historians, including Strabo and Megasthenes. These reptiles were described as looking similar to serpents.
I love the AI pterosaur.
Like those of bats. Numerous other reports originate from tribal peoples living in regions such as the Congo River
Basin. Oh, we're going back to Macaulay and Bembe.
And Papua New Guinea.
Oh my goodness.
Who had never seen
and this fucking thing, what is it called? The something Rex. It starts with a K. I can't remember.
Rex.
Yeah, the
Kasai Rex.
Kasai Rex.
It was seen by one person one time,
and then he later admitted to making it up.
and then proceed to produce two different photos of him, which look nothing alike.
Why are we in Papua New Guinea? I thought we were talking about Congo.
It's how these people do. They just jump around trying to say, "Oh, see, they're all over the place."
Tribal
they're
people.
they're going to
Two
bring in
completely
the rope
different
in
people.
next. I guarantee they're going to bring in the rope into this next. But yeah, no, and also those pictures of the Kasai Rex were from old dinosaur movies from like the 20s.
I think one alleged photograph was made during like the internet era. The other one, like was a Photoshop version, but like was an edited copy of a photograph of a monitor lizard from a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Herd of dinosaurs prior to their encounters.
It's so stupid when you look into it.
Is an animal described as resembling a sauropod dinosaur, which has been cited by hundreds
totally
of
not influenced by the
people
people looking for it either.
in the Congo River Basin.
It's like a 1950s idea
Another
of a sauropod.
dinosaur that has been cited in the Congo is known as the mabilu, which means the animal with planks growing out of its back.
No,
this creature is
they've
described
only ever seen the back. It's always been like it's like a water serpent. Like all of the dinosaur cryptids, most of them kind of come from this idea of like the creature that can control the flow of water and could cause drought. That's a really fucking really fucking dangerous ability to have in Africa. So they took that ability and they kind of eventually stripped away all the extra parts. The fact that it only has one tooth in its head, the fact that it's linked to rainbows, all that gets stripped away because it doesn't fit the narrative.
Yep. It's
got planks on its back, therefore Stegosaurus.
At the same time, though, it is also interesting that it is something that people in Africa are actually propagating because it makes them.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's kind of odd.
It's cool.
It's an evolving cultural thing. Like a lot of the original creatures, most of them didn't have that much distinguishing features beyond something like that.
Imagine
crystallizing their identity with the modern day.
It's similar with alebrijes in Mexico. They've become more and more fantastical because that's what people want to buy. Alebrijes are these little light wooden figures of sort of spirit animals. They're very popular in Oaxaca in Mexico. And again, just like you're saying, they start quite simple. A lot of them are armadillos. I mean, some of them are slightly fantastical, but they've gone to the point now where they're all winged jaguars, and everyone's personal spirit is a winged jaguar.
One thing
all kinds of stuff.
Also, a lot of people don't take into consideration is imagine you live in the Congo and you have a small village of like 100, 200 people, something like that, right? And you don't have a lot of money coming in. You don't have really anything you can export. You're more still living off the land. And then you got some white dude in a goofy outfit with his dorky friends and cameras showing up, and he's offering you tons of American currency or Canadian or euros, wherever the fuck they're from. And because they're there to look for a dinosaur. And you've kind of heard of dinosaurs before. You're not stupid. You're not completely cut off from the outside world.
I watched that Kenneth Branagh documentary once. I saw that.
Yeah.
They got toys. They got comic books. They got things like on shirts coming in. They know what a dinosaur fucking looks.
Your brother is wearing a Nike shirt. Like, you're not completely cut off from the outside world. And then these guys are offering you what is more money than you would make in fucking 10 years to show you where dinosaurs live in the area. You're going to jump on that shit immediately. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking yes, you are. You're going to absolutely money. You are setting yourself up for generational wealth at that point. Like, it's not. It's here. I'm going to recast for you guys because we paused it for a good amount of time. But it's just no one ever takes any of that into consideration, like why people might lie.
Okay, can I tell you a lovely anecdotal story about that?
Mm-hmm.
So, I did some work with a charity that is sort of rehabilitating like veterans. Doing archaeological work, both UK veterans and American veterans. I won't say the organization because I don't want to necessarily put them out there. But anyway, they did a lot of work with recovering human remains, American servicemen from crashed airplanes. And that's what we dug. We dug a World War II bomber that crashed in the south of England. But they had a big issue in Vietnam and Laos, specifically Laos, in the mountains of Laos, where they would come and be told by the Laotian locals that we found another airplane. Another one, there's probably more human remains in it. And they just keep reburying the exact same crashes over and over and over. So they take these same reported bomber crashes or these plane crashes and reburying them because these guys bring in tons of money. For northern mountain Laotians, the amount of American dollars that get pushed into the is incredibly high. So in the end, the U.S. started now, and it's something we did as well when we were on our excavation. Is every single piece of the airplane, if it's not retained for a museum, it is covered in permanent pink spray paint, so you can know that it's already been discovered. So it was because they kept scamming us. We did about 4 times digging the same jet that was crashed in Laos.
Oh my goodness.
And they kept going back, and it was the same. They found the same identifying features, and the whole goal of it is to recover the human remains so they can go back to America and be buried.
All right. Well,
but yeah, that's the kind of thing. My point is locals will take advantage of things like this to make money.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Looking identical to the Stegosaurus, and has been cited numerous times at the Lickewalla River.
I love how she pronounces things. It's always wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's a running trend with YouTubers. Like, I pronounce stuff wrong, but if I'm going to be talking about a subject, I'm going to look up the pronunciation a lot of the time, you know? Yeah, I'll try to. It's common words, too, like, what'd you say? Herodotus? Like,
I'm pretty sure it's AI.
No, she's not AI.
You think she is? No, I don't think she is.
No, she's not. She's actually
she has autism accent.
Have seen pterosaurs in Papua New Guinea, with the majority of witnesses having never seen or heard of pterosaurs prior to their encounters.
No. Wait. Is he talking about? She's talking about the fucking roping.
Several decades.
No. They had no encounter with pterosaurs before they were questioned, because the guy who was questioning them then came with a literal drawing of a pterosaur and was like, "Have you seen this thing?" And they're like, "Well, we've seen some big bats." Okay, well, that's proof. That literally what's happened. He was a creationist fundamentalist Christian who used his doctorate.
We got plenty of those coming.
He used his doctorate as a flex to make himself seem as a reputable source, and the only reason he went there to try to fucking do this whole fucking roping thing was to prove that people lived with dinosaurs. That's the only reason he did it. And people eat that shit up in the crypto community. They're like, in the cryptozoological community, like, oh my goodness, cryptid.
We might have a creationist problem, but don't lump us in with the fucking tech bros.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, I was calling crypto.
Yeah, and
well before.
Heard of pterosaurs prior to their encounters. Hundreds of other people have seen plesiosaurs in bodies of water.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, give me a sec. Of course, she's bringing in plesiosaurs, so you know that's probably going to mean she's going to start showing.
We should probably just listen for a while and just absorb.
Yeah,
because we're running behind.
Give her a second.
Maybe speed up a little bit.
Fucking knocked my mic. I can definitely speed it up.
She does talk at the speed of continental drift.
We do keep also pausing it every 20 seconds.
Pause Andying.
Such as in Lake Champlain in New England, Loch Ness in Scotland, Aoyantepui in Venezuela, and the Okanagan Lake in British Columbia, Canada. Not only have there been sightings of living dinosaurs, but there's even incidents of people discovering the fresh remains of dinosaurs. Plesiosaur carcasses have been found on the coast of Monterey Bay.
We already talked about
as well as on the beach in South Georgia.
It's a
plesiosaur
whales and basking
sharks. By a Japanese fishing boat near New Zealand.
We talked about this.
Ancient Peruvian pottery, which has been conventionally dated
and confirmed to be fake,
depicts animals that are very reminiscent
or
of the species
fake
of dinosaur,
or misinterpretations.
I mean, that's
yeah.
Petroglyphs reportedly created by the Sioux Indians
we talked about this as well?
in Ontario, Canada, depict a similar
fabulous
creature,
water
which is remarkably similar to the
it's actually on like some Canadian currency.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, like it also they have Bigfoot on another one too.
Oh, we're going to Angkor Wat again.
The Pram Temple at the Angkor complex in Cambodia contains a stone-carved depiction of...
I swear to God, that's a goddamn rhino. I cannot see it as anything besides a rhino.
See it as like a rhino.
I see it as an aardvark personally, but
I can see aardvark. I can see aardvark.
And aardvarks aren't native to that. Aardvarks are mapped.
No, I know they're not, but it's just what I see.
I think someone in the chat said a pangolin.
Maybe.
That's pushing it.
Ancient jade figures discovered in China depict various species of dinosaurs. Art created in Europe during the Middle Ages is notorious for depicting dinosaurs, including the Nothosaurus and Pterosaurs. Although there have been hundreds of sightings of dinosaurs spanning thousands of years.
Pause this. I know what this fucking thing is.
What is
the
this?
Partridge Creek Monster. It's a giant shaggy ceratosaurus that was found like the 1800s. It was also known to be a short story that was published as real news.
Oh, so it was it was like the 1800s version of the Weekly World News. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. There also because there's a whole fucking thing going on. There were like follow-up stories about people, like how people saw another one. I saw two of them together, how they would migrate across the frozen ice bridge into Siberia. There's a whole fucking fascinating story about this, but none of this gets talked about because it had to be real because one newspaper, this one known bullshitting newspaper talking about it.
I think.
Sorry.
No, it's just I'm remembering we were talking about earlier with this channel. You called it Gishgalop? Gishgalop, yeah. Where they bombard you with so much information just back to back to back to back to back, and they don't source anything, they don't cite anything, they don't give any kind of proof, and then with that information you're supposed to it's so much of an overwhelming if you don't know anything about the subject, you're going, okay, this person clearly knows what they're talking about. I'm going to believe this.
And if you do know about the subject, you get so bogged down trying to debunk one thing, there's already dumped in another 100.
That's why we're only 3 minutes and 44 seconds into this video, and we've been watching it for
because they do this. Yeah, they just dump. They don't spend any time on anything, and that's what they love it. They love it. I think I did a live stream a couple of years ago with Aiden Mattis in Low Lodge, and we were talking to this Tartarian conspiracy theorist, and we tried to answer his questions.
I still gotta watch that.
I don't know if it's is it the one I'm on? Did you find it? I don't think so.
I don't think it's up anymore. History with Andreas Zertus.
I think it's a similar guy, but I can't remember who it was we were actually talking to. Anyway, we kept trying to talk to him, and he would just ask another 5,000 things and then list 5,000 things, and it was just completely pointless. I think we stopped pretty early because it was just like, this is not worth it. It's just like talking to a maniac. Yeah. It was nice he actually went on to talk, though. That was actually quite nice. I was glad that he actually gave us the time, the day.
Yeah, a lot of these people won't even talk to you.
Scientists claim that all dinosaurs had gone extinct over 65 million years ago.
I've lost her again, sorry.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, well, she said scientists claim that dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago.
I don't believe that.
That's what she
nonsense.
Said. But
that's nonsense.
Until around 65 million years after all dinosaurs had gone extinct. Then there should not have been any sightings of living dinosaurs throughout human history.
Oh, okay.
Mainstream scientists will deny the possibility that dinosaurs
I know the artists
they claim to have discovered numerous samples of intact proteins, red blood cells,
pause this. Mary Schweitzer, thing is, she was a Christian who actually did believe in creationism until she found these very weird degraded proteins from a T-Rex. And actually helped her kind of get out of Christianity, and she spent a lot of time just talking about creationists keep fucking sabotaging my work and just ignoring how fucking incredible this is, instead of just bastardizing it to just it's blood, there's real blood.
Yeah.
Of soft tissue,
you said better than I could.
Which under no circumstances could have lasted 65 million years without fully decomposing. Intact collagen proteins have recently been extracted from the remains of a Seismosaurus, dated to be over 150 million years old. The issue with this discovery is that collagen peptide molecules only have a half-life of 1,000 years. Did it go back to normal speed?
No, it's 125 still.
Yeah. Christ,
I wonder if she knows what half-life even means.
I don't think she does.
Video game.
It's a video game that can't count to 3. We all know this.
Yeah.
This means that
I don't think she's AI, but I think she might have used AI to help write her script.
Yeah, the script might be, yeah.
150 million years, the collagen proteins would have experienced 150,000 half-life decays. There would be no trace of collagen proteins left to be detected. This is not the only example of intact collagen proteins being found.
I have it at max. You might need to turn my...
Speed it up.
Oh, speed it up more. Okay, I thought you said turn it up. She's very quiet.
1.5 or 1.75.
I think 5 is fine. Yeah.
In 2005, a notable paleontologist named Mary Schweitzer had collected a fossilized femur belonging to a Tyrannosaurus rex that was found in the Hell Creek Formation of Montana.
Huh?
Upon examination of the fossilized femur, Schweitzer discovered the presence of intact collagen protein
just fucking
fibers.
repeating this again.
According to Schweitzer, quote, what we found was unusual.
And
because it
she's
was still
doing the exact thing that Mary hates here by misappropriating her work and trying to push a false narrative. Like, oh my god, this is making me mad now.
soft and still transparent and still flexible. In 1990, Mary Schweitzer had discovered red blood cells in the fossilized bones of another Tyrannosaurus rex. She had stated that despite knowing that what she had observed had the same red circular structures that red blood cells have, and that they were in the correct location in the fossil to be red blood cells, she was initially afraid to tell anyone about her discovery. An article on Science explains...
I can understand being fearful to tell anybody.
Yeah,
because it's like,
I get that. It's like,
you find
yeah,
something
it
that would
doesn't
be
line up
seen
with narrative, so it's like, what?
Yeah, and that goes with paleontology and archaeology hand in hand, where if you come in with something that completely defies the status quo, people are going to be like, where's the proof? You need to, they're going to be...
Especially as a woman comes in with a sort of initially anti-skeptic, like creationist point of view, you could see why going into it, she would think people would just doubt her.
They're going to know she's a Christian. They're going to be questioning her motives in the first place. They're going to want like substantial evidence of what she's trying to present. And think of Redditors. Scientists are in a way Redditors. I'm not wrong.
I'll give this article 3 upvotes.
Heresy. According to the textbooks, when fossils form, all but the hardest organic matter decays, leaving a mix of leftover minerals, plus new ones that have leached in and taken the bone's shape.
It's almost like she doesn't understand how, science constantly changes and adapts to the more information we get. And where it's like 30 years ago.
Science isn't rigid.
Yeah, it's never rigid. It's constantly changing. Like 5 years ago, we thought something different than we think 5 years now. It's like, yeah. We used to think dinosaurs were covered in scales.
Some of them were like T-Rex. We do know that T-Rex it did not have feathers when it was fully grown.
Yeah,
like the feather. I'm saving that for later.
Yeah, I was giving a generalization, but yeah.
Proteins quickly fall apart, as would any other form of soft tissues, such as blood cells. According to current understandings of science, the reason why the discussed biomolecules have not degraded is because upon each dinosaur's death, iron in the blood was released and emitted free radicals, causing the molecules to bond by cross-linking and preserving them.
Fucking stretching out the video time with molecular biology that she does not understand.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely used AI or Wikipedia to get this script, and she's just giving a generalization, so she seems intelligent for her audience.
Can you skip a little bit past the protein stuff?
Yeah, I'm not super interested in it. Oh my god, it goes on for so long! Okay, let's see what it's at here.
Years old, contain preserved pigments.
Okay, she's talking about, I think, pigments being
preserved. No. I think I've met the guy who pioneered this process.
Skin on the underside of its skull. In China, the eggs of a dinosaur.
I've met the guy who figured this shit out. And the thing is, it's not what it's surprise misinterpreting it. Long story short, when fossilized feathers, when they get fossilized, some of the pigments. Those pigments do get preserved in such a way that at least very tiny molecular traces. And using an electron microscope, you can find those pigments and figure out what color feathered dinosaurs were. So we do know what color, like Archaeopteryx, that shit was had a glossy black like a crow. We found one that had like rainbow feathers along its neck.
That's really, I didn't know how that worked. I'm learning new stuff every day.
It's been over 66 million years old.
We can do it with scales, but we can only find light and dark patterns, not actual colors. Even then, you have to find actual preserved dinosaur skin. That's pretty fucking rare.
Yeah.
Called protoporphyrin and biliverdin. The chemical composition of these
still
pigments
going on more fucking molecules.
Oh my god! I thought I was past the molecules. Okay.
Yeah. This is also another one. This one was preserved well enough they could tell what color it was. It was like a ginger.
This is also evidence that we lived with dinosaurs, by the way. I just want you guys in chat to know that. This, according to this schizo lady.
It's also because, you think if we would have found, remains of someone who got fucking crunched by a cracker by a T-Rex.
I mean,
you do not understand how fucking scary T-Rex was. Juveniles. The juveniles were faster than ostriches.
That
the
makes
adults could up to 13 tons.
That's a really good point. Whereas, if the Kazai Rex was ever feasibly real, don't you think there would be legends about it spanning from to every continent that had any interaction. And you can say dragon. No, these things didn't have wings. There's no legends about a giant-headed motherfucker with stubby little arms that chased down rhinos and would eat 3 people like nothing. Like, no. Like, oh my goodness.
Also because like Quetzalcoatlus, like some of the big pterosaurs, this was an animal the size of a fucking giraffe that could gallop like a horse with a head big enough that could swallow a person whole. And nobody ever had legends about this? Like, you would think you would have seen legends. Oh yeah, those horrifying pickaxe-headed things that ate my cousin Jerry?
You would think, yeah. You would definitely think.
Low-key, I love Quetzalcoatlus. It's my favorite pterosaur. And I have a cool T-shirt of one.
And also, it kind of goes into like when I do see cave art or just depictions of animals from like way long ass time ago, you know, like fuck, I've had a few beers, but we don't have mastodons nowadays, but we have paintings of mastodons, and if we find paintings of animals where it's like, what the fuck is this thing? It's possible we don't have fossils of it, or it's possible we don't know what it is. That doesn't mean it's a fucking dinosaur. That really doesn't mean it's a dinosaur. There's a lot of crazy megafauna that we're not aware of that most likely existed. Wow. You know, a very small fraction of animals get fossilized, and we're looking at what we have. So you have to take that with a big grain of salt. That does not mean that dinosaurs still existed 60. Like, that's also assuming they didn't evolve and change at all. You know, like
absolutely, yeah. We like modern like fucking, and that's like 65 million years. That is what every single mammal, like every single animal group we know today, and all the hundreds of thousands of lineages that didn't make it to this point. That's the amount of time it took for them to evolve. And we didn't. And if dinosaurs are just nowhere to be seen, they're all that change. Of course, they'd be fucking different if they survived.
Oh yeah.
Besides, they are to be seen. You can find dinosaurs today. They're called avis.
The ecological impact alone, if you had Tyrannosaurus walking around.
Like, or not even Tyrannosaurus.
And we had large birds. We had large birds that lived with humans. Look at the moa. Look at the rhea. Look at these other, some of them extinct, large.
We do actually have one case where a dinosaur was found in legend that turned out to be real. It was called Haast's eagle. It was an eagle from New Zealand that regularly hunted moa, the largest birds, some of the largest ever lived. Like, these were 12-foot tall birds, weighed as much as and Haast's eagle was an eagle like the size about waist height for a human that could instantly kill them. This was an eagle that could slam into them with enough speed to instantly snap the spine, snap the neck for an instant kill. And they could do that to a bird the size of a fucking cyclops. It could sure as hell do it to a human. And we know that it did to humans because we have human remains that with matching Haast's eagle talons.
So
when we first found out about it, because they have legends from New Zealand of these giant man-eating eagles. We thought they were bullshit until we found the fucking bones.
Glarn, if that's the case, then why haven't we found human remains that were torn apart by velociraptors yet?
Exactly.
That's because they're not politically correct, of course.
Oh, here, I'm going to recast the stream for you guys just in case the sound cut off.
They're not. It's not politically correct.
Let's get back to the video.
Be preserved in such immaculate detail, as well as the plants that it had eaten just before being buried.
Oh, she's questioning why the fossil was so good. Oh my god.
125 million years old. Within the Caudipteryx remains, paleontologists discovered transparent chondrocytes with nuclear preservation in the cartilage. And within the nuclei,
back to the cartilage, where
chromatin is a substance.
It's been 9 minutes. We're still talking about the molecules in the cartilage. Oh my god.
I don't even know what mRNA is.
Indicates that DNA was able to resist deterioration for 125 million years. However, the original organic material. Permineralization is the process that creates the vast majority of dinosaur fossils.
Another minute.
Tissue, not either the fossils or any strata in geologic
column. This is just explaining. This was AI. This was AI.
She is explaining how fossilization works, and she's explaining all the science behind it after giving you a bunch of fake examples and then bombarding you with information you don't understand. She then breaks down how this is literal. This is how propaganda works. This is actual propaganda. Like, I'm not fucking joking. Like, she's giving you outlandish statements at the front to take you by, like, with shock. Like, what? And then she gives, like, a scientific answer to make herself seem credible.
A misappropriated scientific answer.
Yes, exactly. And then she goes into actually legitimately explaining fossilization, giving
and makes it seem ridiculous.
Yeah, she's mixing truth with with actual bullshit. Like, oh my god, this is making me mad.
according to conventional dating,
Also,
are around 10,000 years
someone
old.
in the chat says Steven Spielberg must have bought all the bodies of from the bodies killed by raptors.
Steven
Yeah, he did.
Spielberg.
Yeah,
It's
he
funny
used
you
in his
mention that
film.
because I do know there is one person who has claimed that Steven Spielberg made up great white sharks as a marketing campaign for Jaws.
Yeah, I'm
I've seen great
scrubbing.
white sharks, so I am amazed that he made them up. I think that's really cool. I think I need to talk to Steven
My
about
favorite
this.
conspiracy is that penguins aren't real and they're all puppets.
Oh
but
yeah,
yeah,
I remember
and
the same
I've
same
held a
person.
penguin, so again, I'm really impressed. Those are amazing.
I used to work at a zoo. I've also held and interacted with penguins directly.
From the chat, ladies and gentlemen, Chewbacca lives on Andor.
But it's funny because it's also like, have you ever encountered somebody who thinks that the birds aren't real conspiracy is legit? Have you ever actually ran into it? Because the birds aren't real conspiracy took the internet for storm for a minute because we were like, oh, that's fucking so wacky and crazy to think birds are robots. It was started
I know.
It's a troll. It was started legitimately as a let's come up with the stupidest conspiracy we can and get our friends in on it, make a bunch of shit surrounding it, and then like it's going to be a running joke. And people legitimately thought that they were like, if you actually look at any of their talking points or any of the fucking videos they posted, like the guy who was behind it,
I do know at least one person thinks that some
blogs.
birds are fake.
Oh my god! Well,
I have run into someone who has legitimately tried to posit that at least some birds are fake.
I do remember one time I was
toucans
like,
specifically.
I was
like specifically, it was toucans. How they're part of the transgender lie or something.
I remember one time I was like 15, 16 years old. I was hanging out with my buddy and we were smoking weed and talking about how, you know, if anything secretly controls the world, it's probably crows because birds have been around for so long and they go back to dinosaurs and this and that. And then a whole murder of crows showed up in the tree behind his backyard and they were all just staring at us. And we got really, really, really paranoid. It might have had to do.
There is an SCP with that premise. That idea of birds evolving from dinosaurs is a psyop by the bird.
Yeah, and
it's one of my favorite SCPs.
But to be fair, we were also grilling, and we had food laying around all over the place. So I mean, maybe that's the reason why the crows fucking showed up. I don't know.
It's almost like correlation does not equal causation or something.
That doesn't sound politically correct.
It's never politically correct. Never on my channel. But I did scrub through the rest of the video here. Just like chat can't see it because my guy's in the way. But quite literally, she's just talking about megafauna, fossils, and just trying to compare it to, you know, using actual scientific evidence to reinforce her
nonsense because she's misappropriating it and just spinning it around. It's just good old spin.
Oh yeah, it's how, if you want to trick somebody into believing something absolutely insane, you got to use propaganda, and
especially these kind of videos get recommended to you at like 3 a.m. when you've had like 6 beers and you're like, oh, this is legal evil from liberty.
Screw that. I'm gonna refresh till no ad. I forgot I don't have ad blocker on my fucking.
Shit. It's the land of the Bible.
There we go. That's beautiful.
Okay, leave the Liberty Mutual guy. He does not. He looks unsettling. There's something about him that does not it brings on the uncanny valley effect for me.
We are a little over where I plan to be the halfway point, so I am going to put us on a 5-minute break so you guys can get up, stretch, grab anything you got in the oven, maybe maybe grab a drink, have a smoke.
Grab some food real quick.
We're going to be back in, I don't know. I usually say it's like 5 minutes, but it's usually not 5 minutes. But anyways,
it's like a minute or two.
We'll be back once we're all refreshed and good to go. So.
I'm here. I got some tips and guac.
Cool. I'm back too. I think we're still waiting on Glarn. I'll just leave chat to chill till I see him unmute himself.
I can stew.
This has been a fun stream.
I think it's just pretty popular as well.
I mean, I've got good views compared to normal, so.
Posted it in my friend's server. I think 2 people are watching from that. But
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy with the turnout. I've been having fun. I've been learning a lot. It's been a great time.
yeah, but do you have chips and guac?
I have Jamaican beer and like
No chips and guac.
well, I have a bunch of Cliff bars.
That's not the same.
Well, they're the brownie ones, man. They're really good.
Guac.
I mean, okay, yeah, you make a good point, but also you're in the UK. I don't know how good your chips and guac is.
It's good guac actually. It's Ali's guac is actually quite good here.
Okay.
Like nothing on guac in Texas though. No, like HEB brand guacamole. Oh fuck,
Man,
that's good shit.
I've stopped going out for Mexican food. I just wait till my neighbors have a party, man. And they have them all the time.
It's really hard to get good Mexican here.
Dude, that's why you gotta live around
But we have a good place. Well, no, we have a really good place called Gordo's, which is a Mexico City street food place. It's actually really good.
It sounds good.
And I know good Mexican food because, you know, I'm from Houston, so.
Oh, yeah, no, if you're from Texas, I know you know good Mexican food.
And then the British people don't understand. They're confused. It's just like proper Mexican food, though, not Tex-Mex.
Yeah. Have you
Or Cali, or even Cali Mex.
Yeah. Chat can hear us, by the way. Yeah, you're just yeah, no, I sometimes while I wait for people to get back, I'll just talk with people while chat's up. Yeah.
I'm a tamale fan. If anyone's a big tamale fan,
I don't really care for them too much. I like burritos a lot more.
Heaven.
I love burritos. Well, I really my big thing is quesadillas. I will destroy a quesadilla. Like,
what about a good chalupa?
Chalupas are good. They're really good. I like authentic Mexican tacos over like American Mexican tacos a lot.
Oh, me too. Like a little tiny thing with a corn tortilla with just some fucking pickled onions and
I'm
some
talking
beef.
about real tacos. Like
oh, like a bit of fish on a tortilla.
Not like Mexican street tacos, but like it's a, you know, you got some carne asada, you know, it's like mostly meat and veg and bean and stuff, and the tortillas.
Oh, you mean like the food truck style?
Kinda. I mean, if you go to a food truck and they give you all of your ingredients wrapped, all of your ingredients are wrapped in foil when you go to that food truck, that's a good food truck. Where you're just like, okay, yeah, put your taco together on your own. You know, it's like that's how you know it's a good fucking food truck. Like,
we always used to call them roach coaches. Not just because they're not really regulated the same way as normal.
Yeah.
All right, I've eaten my pork chop.
All right, cool.
Oh, hello, pork.
Right. We got everybody back. All
Captain
right,
Pork
cool.
Chop.
All right. I had a snack. I grabbed a drink. I'm good to go. I think you guys are too. So let's get.
Also, by the way, Cass in the chat is a good friend of mine. The dude knows how to fucking cook. He says you can make it your own avocados. Make some pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo. Like, wait, what?
Do you even Spanish?
I don't know. I took Latin. I bet
you're from up north, aren't you? And you can tell.
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
You know he knows his bagels and he knows his pastrami.
I know my fucking pizza.
This slice of pie over here, they used to be 99 cents over here. Now they want $2 from me. I told them I was here before you even owned the place, you little scrub. Anyways, let's see what we got going on.
Both of you assume that a slice of pizza. Both of you assume a slice of pizza in New York City is just $2.
All right, so this is an after school video, just so chat knows. We're back, everyone. We're back. We're going to be looking at, okay, so after school, I've seen some of their content before. They try to be an educational channel, 3.67 million subscribers, and they're talking about
that's
how
really manipulative.
Yeah,
oh god,
well.
they're talking about like, oh yeah, you'll see where they're going with this, because like in the comments talk about how like we challenge the out of Africa theory.
Yeah, the lost ancient humans of Antarctica. Yes. Oh.
It's the reverse Hyperboreans.
Yeah, pretty much.
I bet they were white.
Mainstream history, the human story is quite simple. The first humans originated in Africa. Some migrated north and settled in Europe, and others trekked east through the deserts, over the mountains of Asia, across the Bering Strait, and down into the Americas.
I mean, yeah, that's like the general idea, but I've also seen people present, and correct me if I'm wrong, Glarn, because you're a lot more educated on this than I am, but I thought, pretty sure I saw like some theories presented recently where it was like, yeah, we think it kind of started like that, but also it was like a convergent evolution across like Asia and Africa and Europe between the different Homo subspecies and stuff, you know.
Like Homo sapiens. Yeah, Homo sapiens itself was not the first Homo to go out of Africa, to come out of Africa.
Yeah,
like Neanderthals, their ancestors got up into Europe first. They evolved there. Like Homo erectus was fucking all over the place.
Yeah,
there's even some evidence that there's also some evidence that Homo erectus might have actually gotten into North America before.
I think it was they were looking at the potential.
There's some like a little bit of evidence, not a lot, but
it's footprints mostly, isn't it? I think
there is also like a mastodon kill site a lot older than it should be.
Yeah, so like.
The thing is the whole out of Africa thing is generally correct, but it's still like it's still fluid, and that's what science is. And science is always talking about these new things. I mean, and there have been early hominids discovered in Greece that have challenged stuff.
There's also been ones in the Middle East as well. So like, it might, and as well, also like there's been some fossil footprints from Greece suggested this, like when the Mediterranean was still dry, there might have been shit going on down there that we just don't know about.
Glarn, you failed to consider, though. Is it politically correct? Is it?
Oh shit! I didn't think of that.
Neat, clean, linear path to teach in schools. But what happens when we find evidence that doesn't fit the mainstream puzzle? With new discoveries,
we test the evidence and see if it actually holds up, and then we apply it to our current existing hypothesis and theory and shit and all that bullshit.
No, don't be ridiculous.
No.
In genetic testing, we are finding
just turn down every piece of evidence you're given. You know.
The presentation you are about to witness is from the original Gaia series, Ancient Civilizations. This episode will examine the Paracas people of Peru.
No. Look at this dude's head.
Look at the top of his head.
Think of this from an anatomical point of view. Like, there's no way he can balance properly. This is not.
This is based on a thing called Boscop Man.
Yep, I was about to say.
Which was a skull, like a huge, big old descended cranium. Turns out it was just a guy. It was just a guy with a certain deformity in his head.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's also so much evidence of, obviously later than this, but of intentional deforming of heads, which occurs all over the world, in Africa and South America, etc.
I know we were laughing about him before, but like off stream, but Armored Skeptic, there is one.
He loves Denisovians, doesn't he?
He loves them so much, but and he goes off with so little actual fossil evidence that we have of them. He goes with the theory that just assuming they have that pointed fucking great ape style head like a fucking gorilla has, and then saying like, oh, what if they crossbred with humans, that kind of thing. It's a fun theory.
They did crossbreed with humans.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we know that.
We have their DNA inside. The thing is, we have more Denisovan DNA than we have a Genghis fucking Khan.
But that
We
doesn't
did
mean
not
they
get
made a
bone
super
meat. We
race of
fucked nasty
hybrids,
with
though.
it.
That's the thing.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like we have these motherfuckers. There might have been an advanced civilization, but advanced civilization in that time period was like we have a bow and arrow and we don't fuck our cousins.
Yeah, pretty much. You understand
We
how
can make a tent out of animal skins.
you're not having sex with your family members, and you understand how to make fire. You know, like just what we consider basics for humans these days.
The Denisovan giants of Siberia, and the
Also, they weren't
possibility of
that
an
big.
advanced
Like
ancient
we recently
civilization
found the
on
skull of
Antarctica.
one.
Who were
They
these
were like
ancient
they
beings?
weren't that big compared to like a modern day human compared to a caveman. We would modern people, most ancient people throughout most of history were fucking manless compared to what we are now.
I mean, yes,
Not being
diet.
able to much better diets, being able to live longer.
My
Like the fucking Neanderthals were short kings.
They were the good 5 foot.
They were a species of Tyler
tanks,
one.
though. They were thick as fuck.
They were species of Tyler ones.
my my favorite thing about Denisovans is when I first learned about them, the way they were explained to me was that they're like people, but they didn't have chins, essentially.
Yep.
They didn't. So every time I've ever envisioned Denisovan, it's been this. It's just been Ed from Ed and Eddie. It's just literally, it's just like, so there's just a bunch of Eds walking around.
It's funny. To me, it's like this big. I mean, it's more like their art here. It's like this big fucking
our own existence.
Bigfoot without
Sit
the
back
hair.
and enjoy this fascinating presentation.
But
Life has many doors, almost medium.
It's fine. We're dealing with an ad, so that gives me time to get you guys the audio back. Next time I do this, I'll make sure to do it on Firefox where I have ad block. Or I mean premium. Don't fuck you, YouTube.
YouTube Premium.
I'm on guest mode. We are a species with amnesia from Graham Hancock.
Graham Hand on Cock.
Yes.
In 2014,
Holy crap,
some theorists were quick to conclude that
I like the
before
AI
Great Ice
voice
Age,
as well.
Antarctica, like the 6 other continents,
Is
was
this AI though?
Yeah, it is. It is.
likely to have been home to ancient
I
civilizations.
don't know about the video, but the voice.
Antarctica's been frozen. Antarctica's been frozen since before we came down from the fucking trees.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been frozen since it drifted
It's been
off.
frozen for. It hasn't been frozen for too long in geological time. But
Yes.
for a human time, it's still a fucking long ass time.
Oh yeah.
Like fucking Megalodon was around when the goddamn when Antarctica.
It's crazy when you think about it.
Before it moved into the ocean trenches is where it is now, as opposed to mainstream science.
I do love the fact that while Egyptians were building the pyramids, literally the exact same time, there were still mammoths running around.
Yep, they were incredibly inbred mammoths, but they were mammoths.
Yes, they were fucked up. I'm actually one of my mates. He does his PhD at the University of Tallinn, and he studies the Siberian, late Siberian mammoths. That's his thing. And he says the mosquitoes, when you're excavating them, is the worst thing in human history. Because I don't know if anyone has ever been to Alaska. The mosquitoes there are fucking huge from the permafrost. Melts. It's the same in Siberia. So they're just swarms of fucking bird-sized mosquitoes.
Oh my god.
Don't go on a mammoth excavation.
Oh my god, that sounds terrifying.
We still have to discover about our planet.
But yeah, no, that is crazy to think about how these people, if you ever propose to them, like, hey, by the way, yeah, this thing's been frozen since before we were even fucking apes. They come at you with the whole, oh, well, humans have just been around that long kind of argument. Or, oh, it's not as long ago as you think. Or they believe in the whole rapid continental drift theory kind of bullshit.
Yeah, they say like they found like this old map of like southern South America, and they claim that it's a map of Antarctica.
Yeah, or my favorite one is where it's clearly showing Australia, and they're claiming it's Antarctica. Like,
and it's map of Australia for someone who never went there, and on top of that, he was French.
Yeah, it's
You're really gonna trust a fucking Frenchie?
That's something we really forget about when we look at history. Is you shouldn't trust the French.
Unless they're talking about Egyptology.
In that case, you never trust a Brit about Egyptology.
Whoa!
They get hungry around mummies.
They want to eat them, yeah.
But could it be possible that there are ruins, perhaps ruins even older than Göbekli Tepe,
No.
to be discovered deep beneath
No,
the glaciers?
glaciers would have ground that.
Assume that it all flash froze with a mile of fucking ice over it.
Like fucking Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, where it's all perfectly preserved down
horrible
there.
ice ponds.
There's an entire civilization frozen underneath the ice that we're not aware of, because that's how ice works. You know, it just all froze at once.
There are a couple of books I've read.
Oh, you cut out a bit there.
Use that as like an interesting sci-fi premise. Oh, those that they don't. Oh, sorry. Yeah, am I coming in okay?
Yeah, you're coming in that good now. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have seen a couple. The thing is, a lot of these would make like legitimately interesting sci-fi premises. I've read one of my favorite horror books. It said like, what if there was a human civilization in Antarctica that got destroyed? And this whole thing, like, yeah, it got menaced by fucking giant squids and everything, and it fucking rules. But no, these people have to insist that it's reality because for most of these people, these people like live fundamentally unexciting lives and need to make themselves the main character.
Yeah, they have no imagination. They can't just enjoy fiction. And that's a shame, isn't it? Like one of my favorite parts of one of my favorite things to go deep dive into is Tolkien. It's like, I know it's not real. No one's arguing that that's real, but it's like got so much richness to it. It's like, why can't you just create your own really interesting, unique, like piece of creative writing and just get into it and share it with everyone?
Oh yeah.
Instead of having to sort of imagine that like this actually happened, because like these people, the issue there is that this is an illness rather than a actual. I think, like it's just a sort of. I mean, with Graham, in his case, it's grift. It's making money. It's subverting and attracting people who don't like intellectuals, and that's okay. I mean, intellectuals are assholes. I mean, you know, they're all little nerds with little glasses. But
you got to shove them into lockers so that they know their place.
Exactly. But like, I get that you want to disagree with them, but you want to have a one-up. But I've had debates at weddings. Like, I was at a wedding, my cousin's wedding, and this guy kidnapped me. Not literally, but put me over the side, is just talking about, tell me how this doesn't work, and I just kept giving him reason about Graham Hancock's conspiracies, and he was just like, but you don't know for real though, you weren't there.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it always boils down to, because
no matter what you say,
they have this, I've said it before, but logical fallacy where because we can't prove them wrong, it means they're right. It doesn't matter how much evidence you have. If they have anything they can latch onto as a counterpoint, they're going to milk that dry. And even if they're wrong the entire time they're milking it, they're going to just keep tugging on that teat. You know, I've gotten to similar arguments before where I got in a 4-hour argument with someone. I was at a party, I was drinking, and it was the guy over flat earth, and I'm not a geologist, but I'm not also retarded. And it was like trying to get this guy to understand how we're not controlled by aliens and that we don't live on a flat earth that is on top of a turtle or some weird bullshit.
Oh, come on.
Like,
Terry Pratchett knew what he was talking about.
It was one of the most insane conversations I've had in my life, and it was also like you can't reason with people when they get to that point, because they've sunk themselves so deep that the only thing that can bring them out is themselves. You know, it's
so deep he hit turtles.
Pretty much, yeah. So deep you hit the giant turtle the earth is walking around.
That's actually a fantasy author, Terry Pratchett, and in that universe where the world is flat, it's called Discworld. It's floating on the back of four elephants riding on the back, on top of a giant turtle, giant sea turtle called Discworld. Yeah, and people will say in that world, turtle's deep. because it's all the way down. Yeah.
Here, I'm going to recast for you guys just in case it cut off, and we'll get back to the video here. Africa in the first place. It's not like 20,000 years ago it was any warmer. If anything, it was colder. If anything, it was colder.
Have you seen like a fucking leopard seal? Like that's just a fucking seal, seal trying to be a fucking dragon. That's the only thing around for miles.
It's pure fat,
and a couple
too.
penguins.
And all the fat's there
muscle.
for fucking... Yeah, it's fat and muscle just for insulation.
Like that thing's head, it's got a head the size of a fucking horse.
They heard when they were younger that it was a habitable continent, so therefore...
You get reports occasionally of structures.
It used to be a habitable continent, but that was also when it wasn't at the literal bottom of the fucking earth. And also, people seem to forget we're still technically in a goddamn ice age.
Yeah, so, interglacial, yeah.
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 God damn it.
Oh, shit.
7-second poop method. Okay, we're gonna... All right, all right, we're muting the ads.
God!
Okay. There we go.
That's a Mike Saklasa video.
Okay, let me unmute this shit. I mute it for the ad. Why was the ad only 1 second of farting? What was that? And now it's not playing. God damn,
isn't it?
Yeah. And I also love how it gets cut off, like mid schizo rant. For a fart that I can't, and that was an ad. I can't create that kind of comedy. That just, it's like this guy is in the middle of talking about how we used to live on Antarctica, and then just cuts it out for. This is amazing.
Hill fault. That was found, and that struck my attention as being different to all the other stories, and this raises my hopes that these settlements did actually exist.
Oh, just lost audio again.
Yeah, I could hear my sound card reboot when it did that. I'm in the process.
You need to get a new computer.
I'm in the process of building a new computer. I just have a few more parts to buy, and I'm good.
The only problem is,
I would normally just put it all I would just put it all on my credit card and pay it off, but I don't like doing that. I use my credit card for bills, so.
Yeah, I like to use it for.
God damn it, Discord. Okay, yeah, no, I might just put the fine. I might just put the. I might just take the fucking bullet.
Easily be the product of hybrid.
Oh, no, still no.
Could it really be true that there was once an unknown civilization of ancient beings in Antarctica?
Nope.
In 1929, a map was discovered inside Istanbul's Topkapi Palace, depicting Antarctica before it was covered with ice.
Oh, we're talking about maps now.
Archaeologists have been able to
there's the fucking map.
Back to a Turkish
there's the map. The Perry Reese map.
Who plotted it in...
It's a map. It's a map. It's a map. It's a map.
It's yes. It's.
They have a fucking image right there saying, "Yeah, that's just." Oh wait. Wait. Oh, never mind. Yeah, for missing.
So they're trying to say Antarctica was connected to South America when it's very obvious if you look at.
Or they're trying to say that Istanbul got to across the Atlantic.
They did.
I don't know, but I'm not a geologist.
The Perry Reese map is a real map, and it is a map of South America. The issue is it just does trail off to the right below, like to the east. But it is well known that what is portrayed on it are actual places. It's just incredibly misunderstood.
But also, like what I love about this is they're trying to say that this is Antarctica, right? And how
no, they're not.
Oh, they're not? Okay.
Oh, they're trying to say in the map. They're trying to say.
Yeah, they're trying to say the map is Antarctica.
Yeah,
and how it's very clearly connected to certain points of South America, Cuba, the Americas, that kind of thing. When I'm not a geologist, but if I look at Africa and then I look at South America, I can kind of tell that Antarctica doesn't really have much of a place to fit in between those two. I mean, it's kind of cookie cutter at that point. It's literally just, it's obvious that they were once, like, where does this fit? What are you trying to say here? I'm so fucking. I'm confused. I'm angry.
Depicting Antarctica before it was covered with ice.
That'll be imagine. Yeah, no. Imagine we discover Atlantis, and, like it's everything that all the legends say, and it was just black people, and all these white nationalists just fucking melt down because like, no, they're supposed to be white.
just like these black giga chads just fucking slam dunk them into a.
It's just like these 12-foot tall black dudes with just like giant Yakub heads, and they're all super fucking strong, and it's just like, oh, you thought it was going to be a white
Hyperborean race?
Yeah, what are we talking about? No. It would be even funnier if they called themselves Aryans. Tested 3 of them.
I'm willing to bet the guy was also they're also probably quote mining him. A lot of the other times, these ancient aliens fuckers, a lot of the times they don't tell the experts what they're interviewing, what the project is for. So a lot of them just straight up fucking lying.
Yeah, they'll take things heavily out of context to support their narrative. I noticed that a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's a classic, great show on a YouTube video called Ancient Aliens Debunked. It's multi-hours long. It's this just bored old white Christian dude who's just like, I hate this. This is ridiculous. And he's like predisposed to believe it as well. He was like, went in wanting to believe, and he just debunked the entire like first 3 seasons. Yeah, it's a classic, great video. He's a documentarian now. He's an evangelical Christian though, so it's like it's nice to
showing that the composition of magnetic isotopes in rocks taken from Antarctica's coastland.
That's the best part.
From samples of rocks in a rift that runs through the Great Lakes of Michigan. The 2 rock samples are reportedly the exact same age and have identical
do you know something similar
properties.
To this? Mm-hmm. When I was working at the Bronx Zoo, there's this one big rock in the bear exhibit, and it's like this huge fucking boulder. The bears have to climb on top of it. It's because that specific rock. It's like a rock called schist, and there's an identical rock in granite. These 2 rocks were once one rock, but as the Atlantic Ocean formed, they were split apart. So it's therefore like a kind of a national, like an area of immense scientific importance. So the zoo can't do anything with this piece of schist. It's important schist.
Big schist.
So it's a big rock that's important to the scientific community, so they can't do anything with it. So it's just left to be molested by bears.
Yes, it's what bears walk around on it. I mean, it's what bears were doing beforehand.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that 2 out of the 3 of us have worked in museums, and 2 out of the 3 of us have worked in zoos? It's funny, weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I miss working at a zoo. It was great. It was probably the best job I've ever had.
History is from the Middle
AKA,
East.
They're not Native American. That means they're from Atlantis. It's not like we've had plenty of evidence to support the fact that there were people here before. Oh my god! You know, it doesn't mean it. Doesn't mean that Atlantis.
What does this have to do with fucking Antarctica?
They're misappropriating so much scientific advancement, and I'm not even well educated on it, and it's upsetting me.
Kunk on Earth is great.
Like all other Native Americans' ancestors supposedly did, and that would be a major historical discovery. I've been studying these people for
look at those heads.
About 8 to 10 years. It seems that only the nobility
5
of the
heads.
Paracas culture of the coast of Peru
They're
had
12
elongated
heads.
skulls. And the preservation in that area is almost perfect. So we do have examples of the skulls with hair. And the hair is always red, and it's genetic red. It's not the result of bleaching.
Not necessarily. It's died from being in the ground.
Certain parts of decomposition can make hair turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really common issue with decomp where you have red, and it's also a soil dying thing. It's there's so many different reasons you can have red hair, and yeah, they probably had a sort of lighter, fairer brown hair, which, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, they probably are slightly different.
They're the Nephilim.
No, yeah, sorry, no, yeah, they're the Nephilim. I'm sorry. Yeah, they are the giants.
Yes.
Everything I said is wrong.
The clearly elongated skull. You know,
the thing is, head binding is a well-documented practice. We literally have text, like contemporary sources about. But it's
and it's like the nobility did it too because it made them look more.
Because they were the smart ones. Yeah, like they were the powerful ones.
But that means
I'm gonna make myself look like an alien,
or the sun, or something like that. And so red hair originates in the Middle East, in Iraq, Iran, and Afghanistan. So if they had red hair, they likely had light-colored skin, as well, possibly as green or blue eyes.
We're going to race.
All three of those characteristics are not typical.
I mean, when I think about someone from Afghanistan, I'm going to be honest, fair skin and blue eyes don't come to mind.
Actually, they do come from that region.
I know they do, but I'm talking about like the modern demographic, you know.
I mean, it's a lot of
you have to take
demographic moving.
But also it's just the way he like presented that, like just the way he's just talking about it, just is like, oh, they're from Afghanistan, which means, well,
but those traits, the red hair,
and you know what's also from Afghanistan? Judeo-Christianity. You know what's also from Christianity? The Nephilim.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's all fucking connected. Holy shit.
Checkmate, atheist. They're just fucking stretching this out of talk about fucking DNA. Let's skip to the next segment.
Yeah. I am honestly interested in this part because this guy right here, right? I get the impression this guy is actually
a sex offender?
Well, no. I feel like he's actually knows what he's talking about, and he's being taken heavily out of context. That's the impression I'm getting. He doesn't come across as one of these fucking Hyperborean motherfuckers, like fucking every other person you normally see in Ancient Aliens video. But I'm interested in this part specifically because of how confidently he's speaking. But when he says that they're not human or Native American after DNA analysis,
anything known to be human.
So if it's not known to be human, are you talking about Homo sapiens specifically? Are you talking about potentially there is a like
other Homo
species?
Like Homo erectus, Homo erectus, Neanderthal.
Yeah, I think
let's keep.
I do want to be careful here. Let me check one thing. OBS is giving me a little bit of a warning here. I just want to read what that says. Yeah.
Oh, you're gay. That's what it says.
No. After School has their videos copyrighted. We do a good job pausing and giving good commentary, but this is a channel. An issue I've encountered previously on stream before. Give me 1 second here. I'm getting a bit of an error on OBS. I hope we didn't get gunted. I hope we didn't get kicked. Your stream has been temporarily blocked because we yeah,
it just happened.
Yep. After School got mad. Okay.
We got gunted.
We got gunted. Give me a moment. Since
over nonsense. Did they know we're streaming them? Like, how is this automated or?
It's probably has a content ID set up on it. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a sec.
Oh no.
It's only a temporary block, so. Bullshit. Okay. Let me. God, gotta love modern YouTube, you know.
Totally functional website. We need to find out. This is why we need to determine. We need to know what your age is. We can automatically fucking algorithmically determine how old you are.
We're back.
Whoa, we'll be back. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We are officially back. Okay. Sorry, let me just
Maybe we should stop with the after school if they're going to be.
Yeah, we're not going to be looking at after school anymore. We got hit with a gunt. So what happened essentially, if you witnessed that, we were looking at this guy's video where he's just schizo posting about how, we we lived in Atlantis.
An ancient race of South Africans. No.
It pretty much the alternate history people have their shit copyright ID'd, so we had to take it off. We're back now. We're not going to be looking at that video. God, it was mostly us commentating too. That's the thing.
Yeah. It barely needs our actual content.
Barely actually the content itself. That is crazy. Let me go over here and look at
free speech.
Well, there is one video I wanted to look at. Here.
They asked me, and I'm going to share the.
God damn it! Fucking ads. I don't care about.
Yeah, it's true. And Postman said put up a fair use banner so it like throws off their auto thing.
That can help.
In future, maybe. With these conspiracy theorists, we love Ken Ham. No, that's not Ken Ham.
Ray Comfort.
Ray Comfort. We stand Ray Comfort. There we go.
It's not playing on my end.
Oh, I have it paused. I am setting something up here. I'm setting up a banner.
He's comforting everyone.
Okay, there we go. This is an atheist nightmare related to gay bananas. No,
but the bananas aren't gay. It's just it's pretty gay.
Ray Comfort hates gay people.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've since learned
we can't hear it.
When you really
it's just one tragedy after another. First we get content ID'd,
and then your sound.
It's crazy because OBS does a good job warning me when there might be a potential ID issue, but that didn't happen with Jack's Cooking. Jack's Cooking just hit me with a fucking strike, and he found 20 seconds of audio where me and Postman were like either taking a piss or refilling our drinks and not actively commentating on his stupid fucking terrible cooking. Got my fucking 3 months I had to deal with that. I couldn't even appeal it. But anyways,
look at the evidence. The truth is, it takes more faith to be an atheist than it does to believe in God. You've really got to ignore the facts. It's funny how we equate the word atheism. Intellectual. It's the exact opposite.
I've been waiting to watch this. I haven't seen it.
I have an intellectually stimulating theory. It's my theory of where the soda can may have come from.
The soda can?
Millions of years ago, there was a big bang in space. Nobody knows what caused the big bang. It just happened.
Okay, we have theories, but all right.
On top of the rock was found a sweet, brown, bubbly substance. And over millions of years, aluminum crept up the side, formed itself in a can, then a lid, and then a tab. And then millions of years later, red paint, blue paint, white paint fell from the sky and formed itself into the words 12 fluid ounces.
Is he really trying to compare the theory behind the creation of life to a soda can? This is
also the same guy who went on to like an actual debate with like actual evolution and said, "Oh yeah, if you're so smart, why haven't we found any hybrids between crocodile and a duck?" It's like he legitimately thinks that like evolution is like animals turning into other animals.
Weird breeding combo game. Yeah.
It
thinks it works like Pokemon breeding.
It's like imagining a dinosaur lays an egg and then it becomes a human. It's like that kind of assumption where that's really not how it works.
Yeah,
theoretically speaking, there could be theoretically, if you really want to get super theoretical with it, you could have potentially a human brain form and be briefly conscious within the universe and then fucking die. But that also that takes so many assumptions into account, that takes so much bullshit into account, and it's also probably not even possible in our fucking universe. So it's like just because maybe doesn't mean it's for sure. But
I mean, let's see what Ray has to say. I mean,
yeah.
He's an intellectual. I mean, it takes more suspension of belief to be an atheist than it does to be a creationist. So let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out indeed. Also, Glarn chat is saying you're cutting out a bit.
You're saying, what are you doing? You're insulting my intellect. And so I am. Because we know if the can is made, there must be a maker. If it's designed, there must be a designer. To believe the soda can happened by chance is to move into an intellectual free zone.
He's comparing the primordial soup to a soda can?
Let's wait.
Behold the atheist's nightmare. Now, if you study a well-made banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 ridges. On the close side, 2 ridges. If you get your hand ready to grip a banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 grooves, on the close side 2 grooves. The banana and the hand are perfectly made one for the other.
Oh my God!
You'll find the maker of the banana, Almighty God, has made it with a non-slip.
Fun fact, that banana he's holding in his hand was specifically genetically modified over God knows how fucking long to be shaped like that.
Only about 200 years, actually. Yes.
I don't know the exact date, but
bananas, the genome of like the modern day banana would make a fucking Habsburg with how fucking inbred it is.
And a wild banana is actually a small round fruit that has shitloads of huge seeds in it. It's disgusting. It's edible, but you wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
And they bred them over the course of history through selective breeding and crossbreeding, which is quite reasonable with...
so he's asking who the maker of the banana is.
Which is man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he doesn't know that, though. Yes.
Oh my God.
Surface. It has outward indicators of inward contents. Green, too early. Yellow, just right. Black, too late. Now, if you go to the top of the banana, you'll find, as with the soda can makers, they placed a tab at the top. So God has placed a tab at the top.
It's wow!
The contents don't.
It's almost like selective breeding has a purpose when it comes to fucking plants. It's almost like humans have been doing this since the dawn of time. Have you ever seen what fucking wheat looked like before we got our hands on it?
Exactly.
You goddamn dingus! Holy shit!
This has a point at the top for ease of entry. Just the right shape for the human mouth.
Wait, this is also the same guy who says the Christians shouldn't care about global warming because oh yeah, I gotta see him suck dick.
He's going to suck the dick.
Oh my God, look at him. Look at that look on his face right there. He's like, oh yeah, this banana's going right in my mouth. On camera.
Go right down to my gullet.
His buddy's over there.
Look at his buddy.
That's Kurt Cameron.
This guy is the smallest jaw I've ever seen in my life. Look how narrow this thing is. There's no difference between his jaw and his actual teeth. Like, look at that. It's
low fucking soy boy chin.
It's not even soy boy. It's genetic abnormality.
He also has that like sort of huge 5'7" head going on as well.
Maybe.
What is it with like conservative traditionalists and having huge foreheads?
He looks like a lot of people I know from Tennessee.
Yeah.
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 Whole process so much easier. Seriously, Kurt, the whole of creation testifies to the genius of God's creative hand.
It absolutely does. You think of the human eye. It has 40,000 nerve endings and focusing muscles.
This guy's brain would fucking melt if he ever even tried to understand how a mantis shrimp's eye works. He would have an aneurysm on the spot if he even took 5 seconds to understand how a fly's eye works. You think human eyes are complicated, you fucking dingus? No, we have shitty eyes compared to the rest of the animal kingdom. What are you even talking about? We can't even see ultraviolet light, alright? Like,
that move more than 100,000 times a day.
Fuck you.
The human eye has
the human eye
137
sucks.
million light-sensitive
It fucking
cells.
sucks.
And even Charles Darwin himself said,
"To suppose that the
say
eye
the line,
could have
Bart.
been formed by natural selection seems, I freely confess,
they always forget the
absurd
second
in
part
the
of
highest
the
degree."
second part of this quote. Wonder why.
What's the second part, Lauren?
The second part is that, but if it, to suppose that it could have been formed natural selection, it sounds ridiculous. But when you look at the stages of how it gradually takes form, the pieces come together. That's essentially how it is. They cut out the second half of the whole fucking.
He basically said, I don't believe it's absurd, but it's how it happens because it's over such a long period of time, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. It's the million monkeys in a typewriter situation. Yeah, eventually it's going to happen.
But also, like some of those other cool things Ray Comfort's done. Gone on these massive rants, gone into various towns in Europe with a megaphone, screaming about how evolution means. Let's see, run over his family's dog and talked about how he doesn't feel bad. Let's see. Also talked about how only atheists should global warming is an atheist conspiracy because they think the world's going to be over, but no one else, all the Christians shouldn't worry about it because they go to heaven.
That
like full fucking.
So this guy's just full schizo, is what
Ray Comfort. No, he's full shill. He's full shill. There's a difference between schizo and a shill. He's full shill.
We shouldn't care about the environment because we're gonna get wrapped. It's like kind of like a thing in America. Yeah,
you're cutting out a lot there, but I get we shouldn't care about the environment because we're going to get raptured. He's exploiting Christian fundamental beliefs to be able
for money.
Yeah, for money and to shill his message. That fucking coming from a Christian household, that disgusts me. But yeah.
It's very unchristian, isn't it?
It is. It's
creator of the
look at their tiny little feet hanging off the ground. Look at this. Look at them.
And logic.
But like, I mean, they are kiwis. They're very small. Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings?
It's true.
They're tiny, fucking little manlets.
And that's the end of the video. That was that's why we should have.
Hobbits, New Zealanders, same thing. Confirmed.
If we have giants, then there must be little people.
No, yeah. Exactly.
Well, there were.
Well, bananas exist because of God, not because humans had direct intervention on making bananas actual bananas. Yeah. So that means that
I just love how we're giving actually Ray Comfort himself views right now because it's on his channel. Because he said in context, so he's reposted it. So it's.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, shit. We're already almost at the 3-hour mark. How late do you guys want to go? I know it's late for you, Logan. You're in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take that into consideration.
It's 2 o'clock now. I'm happy to go for another 30 minutes, maybe, and then we can call.
Okay. Do you guys want to end off on that video I said we would end off no matter what on?
Which one was that one? Sorry.
The Inner Earth one, or would you rather do one of the other ones in the list?
I think we should do one of the archaeology ones now because I feel left out.
Oh yeah, we could do one. We could do one of the Rome videos, or the Malta
stones. Either one, I don't mind.
I'm going to do Shattered History just to be safe, just because recently with after school,
we know what they're like.
Yeah, I don't know if Bright Insight has anything content ID'd, so
we could also do that Twitter threads. I've got a Twitter account. I could share the screen and patch it over to you guys.
I kind of want to get more into the history side of things, anyways. Just give Logan a chance to flex.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, fair point.
Oh yeah. But we're going back to Shattered History here. We're going to be looking at the Malta cart ruts, or Malta cart ruts are misunderstood. Explanation of when and how these stones were formed. Now, I've seen these things in person. I've been to Malta. I love Malta. I know you love Malta too, Logan. You haven't been there, but yeah.
No, but I've done a lot of research. I mean, there's a fantastic video on the same subject. I mean, it's focused on the Graham Hancock using these things, but by the Lore Lodge, they did a really good one. I did the research for that as well. So.
Oh yeah. So this should be fun.
It's something I've researched a lot, so I had a good time reading all the sources about this, so it's something I am enjoying.
Across the world, there are mysterious ancient tracks which have been embedded in the stone. Pairs of winding tracks consisting of approximately 9-inch wide.
Sorry.
On the right, it's just a mud. It's just a
mud cars driving through.
Yeah, it's just somebody who was just driving down a back road and it's muddy. This is
ancient
and modern. Yes. Okay. All right, girl, go off.
Similar to those made by modern vehicles can be found in regions including Malta, Turkey, Italy, and Wyoming.
She too pictured
Italy
and Wyoming,
as well as in India. And the Azores Islands in the Atlantic Ocean.
Azores. Okay.
Mainstream scholars have long been perplexed as to how these tracks were formed, questioning who had made them, what purpose they had served, and how they had been made.
It's almost like you find an archaeological site and you want to question the purpose behind it. And wow.
Let's just, let's keep going. I'll get to when she starts to sort of...
as to how these trails, often referred to as cart ruts, have been created in stone. One theory proposes that the tracks were intentionally made as water irrigation ditches by ancient people.
No.
The most prominent issue with this...
that's not a theory?
It's not that anyone has held since the Middle Ages.
Okay.
This theory, however, is that every single occurrence of the tracks occurs in parallel pairs. It would not be necessary, efficient, or logical to create thousands of sets of parallel waterways.
Yes, she's right.
And each and every one of the supposed waterways are accompanied by an identical
So
map.
she's just explaining why the Middle Age...
that the tracks were made either by wheeled vehicles, some variety of travois, or a combination of both.
Oh.
Another popular theory regarding the ancient cart ruts claims that the tracks were made by oxen pulling plows as they walked back and forth over a long period of time.
But they're
it's also not believable because of the soil.
Yeah, they're doing that over soil. I've worked on a farm with a plow.
She's putting up some straw mans. Let's hear her straw man. These are all straw man arguments.
Give her a chance. We also have to stop it to talk, and I have to give my opinion. So.
The issue
it's not obvious that if anyone looking at this and thinks that this isn't clear, just straw man argument, that's on their own end. But I'm going to call it out when I see it.
The tracks run parallel with the ground.
Did the sound cut out for you guys?
Rather than curving up and down.
Let me fix that really quick. I heard it do it for me. I'm good at catching.
He's actually on a 1999 HP tower.
The slope of the rock. This indicates that the tracks were not worn into the Rocky Mounds over time, but that they had been created when the mounds were still made of a softer material, that the wheeled vehicles which had traversed through the area in the ancient past were able to pass directly through. This is the most evident with the tracks
this
in
looks
Guernsey,
nothing like the cart ride she was giving us.
I don't know anything about these Wyoming
tracks run through in this area are particularly steep.
They also in Wyoming. If these were from ancient times, I can see them as a walking path. But for vehicles in the Americas, they didn't have pack animals for that kind of thing. You didn't have.
No, this would be modern. I mean, whatever we're seeing here is probably post-colonial, so I don't think it's really relevant. I don't even think this is the same argument. I think this is just a trail cut through a limestone formation.
She found something that looks similar, and that is evidence.
Not even. Yeah. It's a trail.
Yeah, it's literally a trail.
Flat along the base ground level instead of curving along with the shape of the stone mounds, which reveals that the vehicles had passed directly through the mounds, instead of riding on top of the mounds and slowly wearing away the stone, as the mainstream explanation suggests.
It's almost like that's how a trail works.
But the ones here, though,
been worn into solid stone, as had been done by Roman chariots into decorative stone roads in Pompeii. There are clear signs that the tracks in Malta and elsewhere had been made before the ground was made of a solid rock. Many of the tracks in Malta and Turkey intersect each other. If the tracks had been worn into solid stone over time, they would not have been able to intersect in this way, because the carts would have had too much trouble passing through the ruts in the ground. However, there would be no difficulty traversing through the intersecting tracks.
Okay, so what's your...
She's just arguing, she's making bullshit arguments. Okay, so she's saying they couldn't intersect because they'd interact in the ruts. But you can just go over them.
Yeah?
Yes, it's less efficient. And you would space these things out. By the way, these are all Bronze Age that we're talking about 4,000 years, 5,000 years ago. Most of these tracks is when they've been cited to be But we'll get to the crazier stuff anyway. But the formation of them is pretty well documented. I mean, they're talking about the ones in Turkey as well, which again have never really been accused of being non-cart ruts. She's just included them, I think, because it's proof. Oh, it happens other places, so they must have had big things. But usually it's about the Malta ones, and you've seen them as you said. But they're very regularly spaced at the same width. What purpose are they other than a cart rut? And you're going to say, oh, a train or something.
You also have to think about nonsense. Humans take the quickest path possible, even if
it's not glaciers, Cassis. It is pretty much because of the way that they move is so linear, but also human. It's clearly human activity that is moving them. It's going to be hand carts and two-wheeled carts pulled by
the impression I get is workstations, shops, bullshit like that, where you're going to have constant cart activity. Like this could have been a work site. We don't know exactly specifically
and it
what
goes
it was.
And it goes over these exposed patches of limestone, and there's no way. It's not like there's any soil there because of natural erosion. So you have exposed.
Like limestone's tough either, you know.
No, it's not, and you have a bronze-lined wooden wheel that will carve through it in 100 years, let alone 4,000.
Yeah, and people take the path of least resistance.
You
if you see there's this clearly laid out path, you know, you're going to take it.
If you go to a medieval staircase in a castle, you can see all the worn stone where people have been stepping for hundreds of years. It wears down. It's the same with cart ruts. And again, she even literally showed Pompeii, where it does the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
If the ground was made of a soft material,
I can tell you're getting tired.
One of the most prominent misconceptions about these ancient tracks
thankfully this is our last video for the
of
night.
the stone. The type of stone has been misidentified as limestone due to the appearance and composition of limestone being virtually indistinguishable from the type of stone that the tracks were made in, which is in fact a combination of soft volcanic ash, wood ash, and water.
Okay, so with her, okay, so here's the theory she's presenting. It's not the super soft limestone.
It's even softer volcanic ash.
It's even softer. So these ruts would have taken much less time and been much easier to make.
Them in a couple hours.
It would have been to the point where people clearly would have been like, if you had a bunch of workstations set up and a bunch of carts being moved at once, of course they're going to keep following that path and they're going to go into the groove. Like, you're making your argument worse for yourself.
Like here to form a concrete-like substance. This mixture is not often created in nature, hence geologists' failure to properly identify the material.
I've read a lot of reports about it, so there's a fantastic
as well as the strange tracks made into the material were created due to unique...
There's a really lovely text by Grosset S. Hugh, called The Morphology of Variable Maltese Cart Ruts and Its Implication, Journal of Archaeological Science, Volume 41, 2022, where he explains literally about how, using tons of different other sources, including ones from 2004, 2010, 1999, etc., that have examined the exact same things, saying, and every single one of them say that it's limestone. And these are geologists and archaeologists.
So even
where's
her
she getting
wood
this?
ash,
Where's she getting this from?
Her wood ash theory has. We gave her a little bit of grace there with that, and even that's.
She's saying it's deposited concrete. She's saying this is molded.
Oh
she's what she's trying to say.
Holy
shit!
But
there's no suggestion of that.
I mean, this doesn't look like concrete to me. This looks like
it's limestone.
Yeah. If that's concrete, that's the shittiest concrete I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some shitty concrete.
It's
thousands
porous.
of years ago, devastating worldwide tectonic activity
more porous than concrete, that's for sure.
Resulting in
why is
flooding
fucking
and massive
Pangea in this?
volcanic eruptions,
it's not
emitting
involved.
abnormal amounts of ash worldwide, as well as increased rainfall.
No, it is involved because she's talking about volcanic eruptions that made a bunch of ash appear everywhere. And
that is seismic and atmospheric activity.
Yeah.
As discussed in a previous video,
it's the ash idea too.
And the environment were much more lush in the ancient past. Places that are now deserts had once been jungles long ago.
Yeah, we also used to have dragonflies the size of fucking people. Yeah.
And
And that was also like what? How many?
No, I'm not saying to you. Sorry, I just
Oh,
saying
yeah,
to her.
no, to her. She doesn't ever mention how that was how million, like how many 100 million years ago that shit was going on. Like,
yeah, like over 300 million years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, the Earth used to have more oxygen, lady.
This was before the first fucking reptile. Like, this was when reptiles were the hot new thing to hit the evolutionary mark.
Oh yeah, it's like
what
back
the fuck does
when.
This have to do with anything?
If you hadn't downloaded the amphibian DLC yet, you were missing out. You know.
someone chat says, "Take a shot." Pangea mentioned.
I'm out of beer.
Hell yeah.
So.
There were many more forests to burn down compared to nowadays. Since the entire world had been densely forested, many trees were incinerated.
So the whole world got okay. So, holy shit! So what she's saying is during Pangea, the whole world got caught on fire, and then also a bunch of volcanic eruptions went off, and then they used the wood ash from that and the volcanic ash and mixed it with water to make the ruts.
Well, we don't know for sure, but that seems to be what she's insinuating.
That's the impression I'm getting from this so far. Because why else mention any of this?
Yeah, we used to drink right from the hose, Postman. Exactly. This was the good old days when we drank straight from the volcanic eruption.
By lava flows,
what is this?
Volcanoes across the world erupted, releasing large quantities of wood ash into the atmosphere.
All I can think of is that one fucking ad that Matt Berry was in.
Of volcanic ash
it's exactly what I assumed. It's literally what I assumed.
And the wood ash intermixed as they fell and accumulated into large mounds. Evacuees across the world attempted to escape from the lava flows.
Where are you getting this? Evacuees across the world.
She's saying in Pangea, there are already humans.
Yes.
She's arguing.
Where is she getting this information?
She's making it up because she's high. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. Holy
forcing
crap.
them to traverse through the then soft mountains of mixed volcanic.
This is so down the rabbit hole. I didn't realize how schizophrenic she was.
These trails were preserved as the rainfall and flooding saturated the mixed ash, causing the tracks to turn into a concrete-like.
If they were fleeing the volcanic eruption, why are the cart tracks and if this is all supposed to be ash? How are the cart tracks being made through the ash when they're fleeing the eruption that causes the ash in the?
And why are they all following repeated, like going to the same area and then continuing? You see, they're all using this big rut here as like a sort of central highway, and they're all converging in from like a path.
Look at this part right here, where you have this main path and it branches out. You would have a little workshop here, one here, processing centers. This is clearly maybe a mining or a forestry operation where they were processing materials. It's very obvious what it is.
And you have paths of least resistance. You know, you can see up here higher on the hill there is more sediment, and so you can't see the... I mean, there's actually a cart route that actually does cross that modern path just to the center left.
Oh.
But I admit I do not know much about this. I do have a question though.
Mm-hmm.
How did these cart routes not fill in over the centuries?
They have filled in, but it's just there's been excavations done on them a lot, and constantly used, and then also there isn't a lot of soil to erode into them.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the local terrain.
It's a pretty. That's why it's exposed rock, and it has been for quite a long time.
Yeah,
because small remote islands like Malta erode quite quickly.
Oh yeah, Malta is.
If there's no trees, then all the soil will immediately fall down.
Okay, so I've been to Malta. If you go on to the one side of Malta, right on the coastline, and you want to drive to the opposite side, taking the longest route possible across the island, and traffic's bad as well, it's going to take you about an hour. It's a very small. It's a very small island. Yeah. It's very small.
And the thing is that there's no trees on it.
Yeah.
So all the soil erodes.
Oh yeah.
Thus preserving them. Volcanic ash is able to consolidate in a variety of ways, creating various types of igneous rock, depending on the circumstances. The most common form of consolidated volcanic ash is called tuff.
I can't get
Typhus
over how
spreads when
she's
pure
saying this
volcanic ash
happened
compacts
during the
while still hot,
apocalypse
creating
too.
a brittle,
Like,
less dense rock composed mainly of silica, aluminum, magnesium, and iron. Volcanic ash is often used.
Once this video is over, we are going to look at the comments because it's nothing but simps eating this shit up. It's amazing.
Primary component to make more durable materials. When combined with an alkaline substance, typically high in calcium, and mixed with water, volcanic ash.
Okay, so now she's going over how to make concrete out of ash and water.
Out of tuff. Tufa, which is what the Romans made
and
concrete.
This is what we saw before with what she did, where she will give actual scientific proofs on how to do something to reinforce her batshit ideas. Let's skip over that part and get more to the ruts.
What's that saying? Like the best lies, the ones that are mostly true.
Yep.
Or something like that.
Yeah, it's you have to, if you're going to lie, you better be telling 3 truths. Yeah, that's what I always say. You know.
Preserved just as they appeared when they were made. The composition of the ash tracks bears a strong resemblance to limestone because of the high levels of calcium.
But it's been confirmed as limestone. Where do you even?
Silica.
No, it's tufa. She said so.
God damn it.
Texture. The material that these tracks are made of.
Where is she getting the idea that this is volcanic ash, though? I've never heard that before.
No, it's volcanic ash because it looks all porous because it's been exposed to the weather for thousands of years.
Is porous.
That's why. But especially if it's been exposed like this. If you've ever been to any limestone region where you have limestone pavements and parts
limestone's
of
more
Wales,
porous than concrete, though. You get big ass holes in it and shit. It's kind of obvious when it's like a natural limestone outcropping.
She's saying it's tufa, though, to be fair, which is more porous than modern concrete.
Yeah, fair enough.
Has therefore been erroneously identified as a type of limestone, but incidentally, it's called tufa limestone. Tufa is actually another word for tuff, which is the type of rock formed from the consolidation of volcanic ash. Despite the rock being referred to as limestone, which implies that it's sedimentary, the quote-unquote tufa limestone that the ancient evacuee tracks were embedded into is essentially
not ancient evacuee tracks. Go
yeah, that's the thing. Like, you could have gone with any other theory, but you're going with there was a worldwide apocalypse on Pangea.
I actually think Graham Hancock's.
Can we just do like a sample test on the rock and see what it's made of?
Yes, and we have.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making.
What exactly is the goal of this?
Well,
like, what do you have to gain by saying this from some
ancient aliens?
Volcanic?
This is a hippie crystal. I did DMT 3 times kind of girly, who now has convinced herself her third eye is open and that humans have been around since the beginning of time. And look, during Pangea, there was an apocalypse.
Her name is Rebecca, and she went to Bali on holiday, and she did a couple grams of DMT. So you should trust her. Also, she's going to Burning Man, so you should go and see her.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, she definitely knows what she's talking about.
That fucking rich people getaway. The thing that started as a protest against the man until the man decided to buy it.
Yeah, you described Burning Man. Yeah.
Stone, made from similar materials as limestone, and limestone in appearance.
I'm exhausted.
We're chugging the cool. This video's. I'm going to speed it up. Fuck this.
The mislabeling of this rock as a limestone has created confusion as to how the tracks have been worn into the rock, since it's falsely believed that the substrate had taken hundreds of thousands to millions of years to form. The correct explanation is that these tracks had been made as vehicles moved not through limestone, but through mounds of ash, and the material cured and consolidated into a concrete-like rock.
It's more of an interesting argument in some ways than Graham Hancock.
One of the examples for a modern version of it she used was like a mud road, and it's also
and in snow.
None of it makes any sense when you take 5 seconds to step back and look at it.
She's also interchangingly showing parts
There's even evidence
like places like bits in where it was Turkey, and then also bits in Wyoming or whatever the fuck it was.
This is vertical. How is this a vehicle? This is vertical. Were they driving alongside the cliff? What's going on?
That's due to erosion.
That's Brill tech.
No, I know. I'm talking about from her point of view, you know, but How would she
Braille
justify
text.
this? Okay, Braille, yeah.
The sides of the vehicle.
I want to go to bed.
Most of the hippy dippy shit is pretty much the same shit as like the fascist conspiracy theories. It's horseshit theory all over again.
Combined with the ash produced from the burning
Like
of large quantities
the
of trees,
urge to know something that big meat the mainstream does not. That is not a political thing. Like that is universal.
Yeah, it goes back to people wanting to understand what's in Area 51, thinking Nazis are in Antarctica, thinking that the Hyperborea or Yakub or any of that shit has any legitimacy. It's because you're in the know and you understand what's really happening. You're awoken and your third eye is open and you understand the truth, and everyone else is just a fool, you know.
I am the smartest person.
Yep.
Volcanic rock. That's much
There's
denser
never
and more
anyone
durable
in the
than
room
sand
who's dumber than you.
A large
That's
amount of this
never
denser
going to
ash rock
happen.
accumulated across the world during an ancient tectonic cataclysm. This tectonic activity
Oh, I
was
mean
just
smarter,
one
not
component of a
dumber. Sorry,
catastrophic
I'm...
event in the
I
distant
got you.
past, during which
You're
one-third
pretty
of the
dumb.
landmass on Earth
Yeah, well, listen.
This flooding of a third of the Earth
Listen.
occurred as a prelude to the more well-known worldwide flood.
Look,
It was during the
Red
smaller
Stripe
flooding
said...
of one-third of the Earth that the cartwheels were made into the lithified volcanic and wood ash. Since the smaller flood was not as severe as the later worldwide flood, many people...
I can't believe that she's tying
Oh,
Pangea into this.
It's nuts.
It's Pangea. Like there was.
He's just a mental case.
Why?
mean,
Oh my god!
You said you wanted.
Why even do? Why not go all the way? Like, why not go all the way? Why does it say, like, I don't know, tracks from, like, antediluvian giant centipedes or some shit? At least that would be interesting.
I want giant centipedes crawling across the land. That would be way cooler.
We were riding the centipedes. Those were the vehicles. That's what made the tracks. Holy shit.
Yeah, and
oh my god.
That's how they could get... Wait, that's how they could go vertical, too.
Oh my god! It makes sense. Holy shit! She has one missing piece from the puzzle, and we just found it. We were riding centipedes as we escaped the cataclysm.
Maybe it's because bugs are kind of notoriously really able to handle extreme environments. Maybe they were used as like they had like a little platform strapped to their backs that acted like biological trains. And going through the ash so they could survive. Well, they could survive. Well, everything else couldn't. It was a relief train to go help people trapped in the ash.
Holy shit.
I don't believe it.
Holy shit.
It's all connected. That's why so many cart ruts were created during the smaller flood. The much more severe worldwide flood that happened later was so devastating and rapid, on the other hand, that fewer people even attempted to evacuate because there was nowhere to go before being overcome by the floodwaters. After the worldwide flood destroyed almost everything and everyone on Earth, the advanced technology...
Oh, it's the ancient lost art... the continent of Mu. I love how his name's Mu.
Oh, I know what. I got things to say about fucking Mu.
Oh my god, I love when people show this picture and they talk about Mu.
Yeah, because Mu and Lemuria, they are not an actual mythological thing. If anyone tells you that there's legends about Lemuria, they are full of shit. And
One thing that always
there are lost cities like Atlantis and East in other places.
And then there's Lemuria, which. Again, I know what Lemuria started out as someone trying to figure out why there were like primitive prosimians in Madagascar, India, and the Philippines, and like in Indonesia. So the idea was maybe there's a continent in the middle of the Indian Ocean where they evolved and they spread out. Fucking esotericists or whatever the fuck. Like fucking that bitch Blavatsky, he got a hold of it and said, "Oh, this is where we can put all our fucking boneless supermen."
It's crazy because when I see like pictures of stuff like this, where even if this was an ancient megalithic site underneath the ocean, it's also typically very close to a coastline, and on top of that, people seem to forget that the tide used to be a lot lower. There used to be a massive expanse of land between the UK and fucking the rest of Europe, Doggerland. And the only way we found out about Doggerland from a fisherman who pulled up plant material that shouldn't have fucking been there.
And human skulls.
Yep, and a bunch of bullshit.
Mammoth bones.
Yep, a whole bunch of bullshit that really shouldn't have been there. And it got us thinking, hey, maybe there's land we weren't aware of. But you know what that doesn't mean? That doesn't mean there's whole ass lost continents that had advanced civilizations on them. It meant that people used to live further into the ocean on the coastline because people live on the fucking coastline, and there's archaeological sites we have no idea about because they're underwater now and we can't excavate them, and they're fucking, shit fucking happens. It sucks. You just kind of have to fucking deal with it. Doesn't mean that...
You want to know like some real cool shit, like an actual lost continent shit? All of Indonesia used to be connected during around the right around the last ice age, same as Doggerland. There was a whole fucking subcontinent there called Sunderland is what they're currently calling it. And judging from certain tracks, like some of the impressions left in the seabed, there were massive river networks on what's now ocean floor. Like big enough to foster an entire civilization type big. There could have been whole ass river civilizations in that area. They're just fucking gone because they're just buried underneath water seabed. That's the real fucking cool shit. But
well,
no,
they probably had they probably had spaceships and teleporters, man.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean they could like they were also white, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely white.
They were white, and they were Jews, as we all know, are inhuman space aliens.
Oh yeah, the white Jew reptilian race will consume us all.
That the ancient people had used to build megalithic structures was destroyed as well. And since almost everyone and nearly every creature was destroyed, there was no longer a need to build durable megalithic structures for defense, as had been needed before the worldwide flood.
Yeah, they were built
After
for defense.
After the earlier, smaller flooding of 1/3 of the Earth that occurred over 100 years before the worldwide flood, there was still advanced technology, many people, and looming threats. After the flooding of 1/3 of the Earth, the ancient people likely felt an even greater need to build shelters and other types of durable megalithic structures in attempts to protect themselves, which is why many ancient structures were built high.
What's this have to do with the fucking cart ruts, bitch? I'm sorry for calling you a bitch, but god damn it, I'm getting mad.
Them higher up. They're
I'm getting mad. To be fair, to not make it sexist, I call men bitch too. You're being a bitch. What the fuck does this have to do with multi cart ruts? I'm gonna just tell me. Just tell me.
Yeah, they're building it high up because of the flood, man.
Okay, I guess.
Above ground level to avoid potential flooding.
You know, and of course the dragons that were in the water.
100 years later.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's right.
The
fucking dinosaur people.
Created by the smaller catastrophe turned into a concrete-like material.
Dinotopia is real, and she knows the truth. Wait, how do dinosaurs fit in with any of this?
No, it doesn't matter. Don't think about it too hard.
Okay.
The survivors of the smaller flood were able to use the ash-made rock as a building material. Many ancient structures are made of this type of rock, including Ishi-no-Hoden in Japan and the Etruscan buildings in Italy. Other ancient structures were instead made of the less dense tuff that was also produced during the worldwide tectonic disaster.
That is what the
material
Etruscans built out of, yeah.
Well, I just want a source. She hasn't given a source this entire
time. No, exactly,
I know.
Yeah. I know.
Even if she's telling the truth.
Stevie, come on. You've been here long enough to know we don't do sources
contained a lower ratio of wood ash compared to the volcanic ash, and the depth to which the ash piled in some areas prevented water from seeping through much of the mixture. Therefore, this resulting rock was less durable or dense than the ash rock that the wagon tracks were made into. Before the well-documented worldwide flood.
Everything she's...
The well-documented worldwide flood.
Everything she's vomited out up to this point has not convinced me in the slightest. And I'm fucking a 6-pack in and very sleepy and also incredibly stupid.
And that is your name.
Yeah. And I'm still not convinced. She's... Wow.
No, yeah, exactly. I mean, you could do 10 grams of DMT and you'd probably still think, wow, this is just fucking bullshit, man.
You'll be surprised, man. Just wait till we see the comments.
1/3 of the Earth to be flooded. The majority of the lithified ash tracks were created during the flooding of 1/3 of the Earth, well before.
That's Graham Hancock's own personal photograph, that one.
Yep. All right. Well, first smaller flood covered 1/3 of the landmass on Earth, created tough ash limestone.
So where the fuck did the water go?
So during the first smaller flood,
drank, okay?
Yeah, during the first smaller flood, and lands got sunk, the evacuation ruts got formed, and then during the Great Flood, this is weird because normally people cite the Great Flood as what sunk Atlantis. They don't. A first smaller flood. She's the first fucking schizo wacko on the internet I've seen talking about this as mentioned a first flood.
I've never heard about the 2 floods.
She's on her own level.
It's like the World Wars. It's like the World Wars. The first one's
World War I. It's
like a warm-up act.
She has merch. She has fucking...
Oh my god, of course she does.
Okay, let's look at some of the comments and then we're going to wrap it up for the night. All right, so...
How much do they want to...
Oh god, I bet
have sex with their queen.
I bet all these dudes just want to fuck her. I like when I have to go back and pause to read your intelligent and informative hidden gems. Ram on, shattered history.
Oh god, look at his profile.
Yeah,
look at his profile.
Ram on.
It's
yeah,
a ram.
I bet you fucking like to ram her on, don't you?
Oh my god. 2 years ago, I bet it still showed his username back then, and I bet it's ram related. I just want to see. No, it's not. It's Jasshall. Okay. Excellent. Thanks. Personally, I was more interested in the Malta tracks disappearing into the sea, implying much lower water levels when the tracks were actually made.
That's actually interesting. No, that's actually interesting because that is true.
Yeah.
And that is where Graham Hancock doesn't understand about that. But that is actually a good comment.
You know, we've found evidence that people were living in Malta during the Neolithic era.
Mm-hmm.
So, implying that people weren't there when the water levels were a lot lower is fucking retarded.
Well, they were lower in the Neolithic.
Yeah, and then that's what I'm saying. Like saying, "Oh wow, water levels." Yeah. Do you understand?
No, I think he's trying to say you not even mentioned the most interesting part, really.
But it's still. I see that misunderstanding with a lot of these people, where they understand the difference in water level, but they don't understand just how actually recent that was in a way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least as far as human history is concerned.
In living human history, you have water levels increasing to a drastic degree, so...
Oh, yeah.
And of course, they got people like fucking Ben Shapiro going, oh, why don't they just sell the houses and move away?
I mean,
just move out of Florida, dipshit.
Why don't they just sell their house? Why don't they just sell the cart ruts and move further up into the tooth? So the Great Flood doesn't get you.
Sell their cart ruts to who, Ben? Fucking Aquaman!
What an incredibly elegant explanation. Massive ashfall causing people to have to evacuate and wade through it, resulting in tons of ruts
Why
that
we have
then
no body?
harden.
Why are there no bodies?
I feel like this comment feels kind of sarcastic.
And also a little bit sexual. Like, what do you think? His ruts are hardening?
Yeah, but no footprints or ox or horse prints. However, very compelling theory. It's not compelling at all. I haven't read any mention of the tuff
carts
elsewhere.
should be so much heavier than the horse's hooves.
But amazingly researched
and besides, most of them are
presented.
hand carts anyway.
Yeah. Amazingly researched and presented. All of these videos could have been should be used in schools to teach a more accurate picture of Earth's past. Thank you and be well. Extraordinary explanation for the first time in history. It all makes sense. So, well done. I once heard a scientist say that volcanic ash is unique, meaning it can be traced back to a specific volcano. If that's true, then its origin could be established, and with it, this time was formed, giving us clues about its age. But I don't know if this is also true once it is turned into stone. Well, sir, I gotta break it to you.
Time for a new video.
Yeah, this was our last video for the night.
No, Bernice.
Oh, yeah, time for a new video. Oh, okay, I thought you were saying that. I was like, no, we're wrapping up on the comment section.
I know.
No, it's just like, none of them ever consider that maybe it's actually just limestone. They just take her... It's a girl with a nice sounding voice.
Yeah, Mr. fucking M. Bohan there as well. I mistook the rock for a limestone.
Oh my god. Yeah, I went to see the cart tracks in Malta. I was perplexed because I mistook the rock for limestone. While the ruts could have been made while the ash was still soft, as you propose, it does not explain the absence of hoof tracks that should have been left by animals pulling the carts. Why the because if you're implying that it was so soft that it just immediately turned into stone very shortly after, there's no hoof tracks, there's no footprints, there's nothing but the cart tracks. So, were they self-driving? And also, she was showing pictures of cars. I think that she thinks we had self-propelled vehicles. If we humans lived during Pangea, and then there was oh my god, this whole thing.
Also, got another thing from chat. Listen, when you drug trip and you hallucinate entire mythology from scratch, don't try the world. Use the basis for the mythology of Skyrim, like a normal person.
Exactly, like make a lovely book, write your own.
The thing is, I have actually done that.
This chick should legitimately just write a fantasy novel, and it would be great. Because if this wasn't presented,
and her Sims would be even more widespread.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you'll probably get more money from this, yeah.
She could narrate herself. She has a good voice too. That's
I mean, she sounds a little bit bored, but
she does sound bored. But she does at least have a pleasant voice, is what I mean. It's not harsh to listen to.
Yeah. I have actually been working on something that involves like taking conspiracy theories and world building them into something. Think a little project called Beyond the Ice Wall. It's fuck. I'm taking the opportunity to shell. We're at the end. The world beyond the ice wall. We're the guys behind like those maps of the maps of the world beyond the ice wall.
Oh shit! I've seen those. I've seen that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm one of the people who helped make it.
Why do you think there's fucking awesome?
Why do you think there's a continent named Glarnia?
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Holy shit! That's so there's people who actually believe that shit too. That's fucking crazy.
Oh! You would not believe. Look, we've had multiple people like stealing the maps, selling them for their merch. One guy is trying to mount an expedition beyond the ice wall.
I want to do that.
Trying to fist fight the Hyperboreans, which is also kind of funny because I know what the Hyperboreans are. It's basically they're fucking One Piece characters. They're fucking One Piece character levels of big.
Oh my goodness! Oh, this is amazing. Do you guys
want
to look at?
We got Discord. Yeah, we got a Discord server. Feel free to hop. It should be easy to find. Just feel free to join us whenever.
Yeah, no, that's fucking awesome. Holy crap! Wow, this has been a great stream. We're going on 3.5 hours. Do you guys want to look at some more comments? Or I got a pee too. We've been going on for
whatever. It's almost 3 o'clock, and I have to take my grandmother to a castle tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is normally
that is a nice problem. That's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, but this is normally around the time period I kind of cut things off. Wow, I hate turning off this many viewers. We got a lot of people, but I got a life outside of streaming. And I
gotta pee.
I had fun. If you guys want to do this again, I'm definitely down to do this again.
I'd absolutely be down for doing it more.
All right. Well, we'll work out a time. I hope you guys in chat had a lot of fun. I had a great time. Thanks for showing up. Subscribe if you hadn't. Check the description if you want to check out Glarn or Logan. I don't think Logan uploads.
I have nothing. Yeah. I just have playlists of music.
But yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot tonight too. And I'll see you later, chat. Vagina boob.